to the mission site. When you arrived, unbeknownst to you, there was upwards of 12 people hired for this job, including the crew of the freighter. And when you got there, the freighter wasn't big enough for 12 people. And when you boarded, you were guided to the entire cargo or hastily installed cryogenic pods put in to the cargo hold. You all drew lots, and all four of you drew the short straws. You go into cryo on the journey out, and when the mission's over on the return journey, you get to be outside the cryopods, trading places, as it were, on the return journey. So you all stored your items and got into the pods, and you were interred into these pods cryogenically. You didn't get a chance to really explore the ship at all or anything while you were got put in. So all you really and before long you were sleeping soundly, no dreams, not in cryo sleep at least. But that all changed when each one of you is awake suddenly. You're all really cold, almost to the bone. And you notice it's very dark. The cryopod is clear on the top. Some other inside of all but a dim covering the entire area. No alarms. You actually don't hear anything until a few minutes later, after the shock of the thaw wears off, you hear ragged breathing from a corner of the cargo hold. What do you do?
I caught about 40% of what you've been saying for the last 5 minutes.
You could have told me. That way I would have stopped and tried fixing some things.
No, not you. I'm assuming everybody else heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's me. I picked up that we signed up for a mission.
Oh, so you guys didn't hear what I said just from the...
No, I heard.
They did.
We heard.
I did.
Ben didn't.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You could have told me earlier, Ben. We could have fixed your thing. That way you could have heard me.
Well, I mean, there's nothing to fix. It's just the ping on Discord is shit right now for me.
Yeah. Discord's been acting weird for the past...
Have you tried restarting it? Just before we go any further. Maybe restarting it might help. Because it's not doing that for me. Like, I've been green the whole time.
Right now, I can hear you. If it does it again, I'll restart Discord. When it does it again, I'll restart Discord. I picked up that we picked up some sort of mission. We're on a ship. There's too many people. We got stuffed into cryo because they're like... You all through your very... That intro was perfect. Damn it.
I know.
I didn't want to interrupt you. You really seemed like you were on a roll.
Roach, you did a good job.
God damn it. And it's not recorded by anybody else. Somebody else can fucking hear it either. All right. It's just these other three. Okay. You all... for like a few months there's been job postings, and you, from your various home systems and homes, you found a job posting that was of an expedition going out to the Vast. The Vast is not a particular space, it's an area that's unexplored, and that's dotted all around the galaxy. Near space is stuff that's highly explored and easy to jump to. Vast is the opposite of that. Doesn't account for linear distance. You accepted the job. Your particular skills were wanted, and you all converged on the docking port on the edge of Union space, and you boarded a ship called the Manticore.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to you, the total expedition was about 12 people, but there's only 6 beds for passengers on the ship. So you all drew lots to figure out who's going into cryo on the trip out to the to where they need to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got that part.
The party drew that, and reverse after the return trip. You go to sleep, or you get cryogenically frozen in transport, but you wake up suddenly.
All right, we wake up
Very
suddenly.
cold.
It was cold. It was dark.
Okay, and you didn't hear anything else.
No.
Well, it's very dark. There's only a dim red light in the entire hold. Oddly enough, before when you went to sleep, it was very bright and easy to see, but now it's almost like emergency lighting. But there is no alarm.
Okay.
And you don't hear anything, except after the shock wears off, you hear ragged breathing in the corner of the cargo hold.
All right. How big is this room?
Well, hold on a second. I have this made for my own reference, but we might need it for you for combat.
Well, I'm like in my head, I've got this like massive, like hundreds of this big room.
It's about 30 feet.
Okay.
It's about 30 feet in width and about 35 foot long. It's not a large cargo hold.
Okay.
And maybe about 8 foot tall. Like
So it's not like a Star Trek Enterprise.
The ship
cargo
itself.
It's
Yeah,
like a
no,
Star
the
Trek
ship
Enterprise,
itself.
like holograph, holodeck.
The ship itself is about 120 foot long.
Oh, it's wee.
It's a little tiny light freighter, and it's about 80 feet wide. Like it's a small ship. It doesn't have many decks. It's a very compact ship.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, you're inside of this cargo hold. It's very dim red lights, and like I said, the breathing. It's
How
just
far-
very ragged.
Can I sense how far away it is from us, and are we all close together?
The pods are arrayed kind of in 2 rows of 6, and they open up and you face each other into kind of like a singular row.
Okay, so we are close together.
Yeah, right now they're laid back, but the pods kind of rise up and open when they're supposed to be opened. And right now you're all just lying on the back, and like I said, it's clear material, and just seems like you just got woken up suddenly.
All right, so I've got dark vision, so can I see what the breathing is coming from?
Same. I'm gonna look in the direction of the breathing as well.
Well, Screek, you're looking at essentially the other pods and the wall, but 12, you're looking kind of at the other pods, but you can see the lockers down below. But then I need you to make a perception check.
All right, my first doodle. How do I do that?
There's little buttons
Perception.
next to all of them.
Okay, the little button. -3 on perception. All right, time for some Magnus luck. All right, that's not too bad actually.
Oh my god.
That's not actually that bad. Also, you didn't get a negative because you have low light vision or dark vision. I think is it dark vision or low light vision?
I have both.
You have both. Okay. Oh yeah, androids get both, don't they?
Yeah.
You see behind the second row of pods that are in front of you, the empty space between those pods and the lockers on the side of the wall. You see a strip of blood, like dragged blood, going across the deck plating. But you can hear the breathing's coming from a corner, but it's blocked by one of the pods. You can't see it.
All right, I'm gonna look over at P6 and just go, a human is leaking again.
Get my dice out here. NG, you can hear us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Putting in the feats. So
Yeah, okay.
Is there any way from
Exactly
inside
what they
the pod
do.
to open up the pod easily?
Yes. You were all given a brief rundown of like the safety procedures. There is a quick release latch that is inside of the pod that will pop the canopy up so that you can get out if something should happen.
I'll do that.
Same.
Okay. All right. The pods open and they don't rise up. That's quick release. You just have to kind of get out to the side. But you get up out of the deck and onto the deck, and yes, you kind of rise up, and it is it is dim, like just emergency lighting entirely. Like, you know, those red lights that pop up like when main power goes down on like sci-fi shows. That's what this looks like. And yeah, you just you hear that breathing, and when you look over to there, you see somebody that was that you got to meet before you went into the cryopods. There's a small, even for there's a small halfling, even for a halfling. He's short for even his kind, kind of leaning against the wall like a corner, and next to him is an open wall panel that has wires and control chips and stuff, kind of haphazardly kind of moved out, and looks like he was working on something, and it looks like now he's kind of leaning back, and he's half-lidded eyes, kind of just raggedly breathing. This is the first officer of the boat. This is Trebe. You met him coming into the ship. He was the one that gave you your orientation and held the straws when you drew lots. So you do know him. You didn't get a chance to talk to him much, but he is a part of the crew, and he seems to be injured.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to, I'm gonna get out of my pod. I'm gonna do the quick release, get out. Just kind of look at the others, and I'm gonna walk up to him and what do I say to him? I'm gonna ask him. Boy. I'm gonna say, "Are you injured?"
Yeah. I scamper up beside Jones 12.
He seems to not have a lot of energy.
Can I survey his wounds?
Sure. Yeah, you could do that. So let me double check this. I'm thinking the Pathfinder skill list, so I want to make sure I'm not like listing a skill that doesn't exist anymore.
The medicine check?
Yes, this would be a medicine check. 19. Okay. He's been shot. He's been shot multiple times in the chest and gut. It looks to be projectile, like a ballistic weapon. Doesn't seem to be seared like a laser.
Who has shot you?
I don't know. We jumped in system and they boarded us. I got hit in the first wave. They just left me to die.
Pirates?
I don't know.
I disinterestedly look up and just go, I would suggest not getting in the way of bullets next time.
I stand up and scamper over to my locker and pull my shit out and pull out my med kit and shit.
Okay. You have a drone as well, don't you?
Yes, and I also activate 001.
Okay, yeah, he's been in cold start mode the whole time, just sitting next to your locker. So that's just, he's back up and running.
The D-Walker is reactivated.
Yeah.
Man, that thing's got to be loud.
It's a good thing it's a starship. Oh, wait.
Real quick, because I'm sure he's watching right now, I just want to say thank you to the guy who sent me more Dungeons and Dragons notebooks while I was running I forgot to tell you guys, when I was running my other game, a package came to my door.
No, I caught that. I caught the 20 minutes of you stopping the game, just like, oh my god!
It says spells on the front. It's so cool.
Cool.
And then I've got these ones as well.
Oh my.
Yeah, like I can't see anything.
You gonna start sending some of that shit to us?
Actually, gave one to my wife because I had 7 of them, and now she won't keep taking my notebook to write grocery lists on.
You gave her
she gets your spell book mixed up with her spell book.
Yeah, because there are doubles. So hers looks like this one, and
so that one you gotta get rid of.
That one I got. This one I gotta hide. So this guy he looks like he's like bleeding out. Yes.
Oh yeah, no, he's been bleeding out for a while. You can tell. Like he's been. It looks like there's 2 entrances to the hold. There's the main like cargo loading entrance, which is like big, spans the whole hold. But then there's a little one that's the one you came in through. You went through the airlock into the ship, then you came through the actual door to get into the hold from the rest of the ship. There's a blood trail from that door to where he's sitting at, which is basically the entire length of the hold. He dragged himself all the way here, and he's been sitting here for a while, judging by the blood pool, working on these controls in the wall. Yeah.
I like to start following the blood trail to see where he was shot from.
Okay. Well, yeah, the blood trail, the visible blood trail that you see ends at the door to exit the cargo hold.
The door's open? Closed?
No, it is closed.
All right, go
And
open
that door leads
are
to
these
the
like
rest of the
Star
ship,
Trek
right?
doors that just whoosh, or are they like push buttons?
They got a control panel that you press to open up the doors.
All right.
And that door leads to the rest of the ship.
I'm gonna go up to the door and poke the button.
Without getting your stuff, you're just gonna poke the button.
Oh, I just assumed I had all my shit on me.
No, you missed that part. All your stuff was put into a locker.
All right, go to locker, grab all my shit.
While he's doing that,
Take
I'm
a
going
couple
to
minutes.
use my medical expert feat and use my medicine skill to provide long-term care with just a med kit on this man.
Well, long-term care is long-term care.
Okay, well,
that requires you to be
We're
there.
gonna settle in for 4 to 6 months.
Yeah, for 6 months. I mean, if you want to try and help him, you can make a check if you wish.
yeah,
too.
because I can use the medicine skill in conjunction with a med patch or spray flesh to treat deadly wounds as a full action.
Well, I mean, that's more of a combat related thing. But yeah, you can make a medical check if you wish. There's no medical kit in the cargo hold.
I had a medical kit.
Okay, you've got a medical kit. You can try, but he's been okay. You start working on him, and while you're working on him, he just keeps kind of just going in and out, but he keeps trying to give you information. He just starts saying, they came in through the airlock. They got me. I dragged myself here, and I locked down the cargo hold. I don't think they think anyone's in here. They haven't tried getting in yet. The door's locked from the outside.
How long ago did this happen?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything for about an hour. Everything stopped around then. He just as he's trying to get more information out, you just see him. He's kind of just going down, and his eyes aren't even open anymore. He's slowly just kind of breathing a little bit, and he seems to have lost consciousness at this point. You succeed in your medical check. You stop some of the bleeding, but without getting to a surgical table or something like that to stop internal bleeding.
He's kind of
with that check. He's not going to live. You may have given him a couple of minutes before
he's given us the information that we need.
Yeah. So he's slowly dying in the corner. He's bandaged a little bit, but yeah, it's not going to help.
My character says a short prayer over his body and then stands up. He is locked.
Gee, what are you doing this whole time? Are you just still in your pod, or
he's just sat there quietly?
I'm still in the pod. Yeah,
Damn
I'll see what's going.
So you didn't want to pop the quick release and get out? Did you say something, Benji? Because your thing lit up and I didn't hear anything.
He's still in there.
He's just still in there? Okay.
Right. Well, now that I got my shit, I'm going to cast Psychokinetic Hand and use it to push the button on the door release while I'm standing off to the side.
Okay. Well, you press the control panel to open, and you just hear it just goes tss, and it opens. It's almost inaudible. It's a very well-maintained ship. It's clean. It was clean when you brought in. It didn't look like this was a junker or anything like that. So it didn't really make much noise. On the other side of the door, you see a hallway. The ship has a main hallway that goes like an X.
Mm-hmm.
It goes stern to bow, because the cargo holds in the bow. So it goes stern to bow, and then there's a starboard and aft cross section midway through the ship that connects all the other rooms. So you see with your vision, pretty easy. You know where the blood spatter is. You're looking at it. It goes around the corner to the starboard side of the ship,
Right.
up. But you make another perception check.
Use.
Were we the only ones in the cryo caskets?
Apparently, yes, because no one else showed up to the game today. So
3.
3. Okay, yeah.
Everything's fine.
I mean, no, I mean it's not everything's fine. There's signs of combat. That doesn't take much. Like you see blood.
That's in the
see
realm
blood
of it's
splatter.
obvious.
Yeah, and you also see impact marks on some of the bulkheads and the walls, like from bullets. It looks like.
I was about to say I was gonna ask if it was energy or kinetic, but with a perception of 3, I don't think I notice.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell specifically. I mean, it's obviously been shot by something, but yeah, it looks like there was combat that happened.
Yeah.
But like I said, it kind of curves away past your vision to the starboard side of the ship around the corner, and that's all you really see.
All right. So can I? I was just looking down the hallway, so I didn't exit the room. Can I pop over to the controls Tree was working on and try to suss out what he was doing?
Sure. When you back away from the door, it closes again.
Okay.
And you hear barely audible, but you hear as like the door relocks itself.
Gotcha.
Remember, he said the door was
Yeah.
locked from the outside.
Yeah.
So it was locked to the outside.
Yeah, he locked it down.
Yeah. When you go into the controls, it seems to be a lot of like computer controls and bypasses, and he's seems to have been shunting power and like kind of moving wires. If you, what would you need for this? There's no
Engineering?
pure tech skill. Engineering would work. Yeah, engineering would work. Engineering or computers, either one. Oh, you rolled a 1.
That didn't take long. That
You,
didn't
yeah,
take
no, it
long.
didn't.
That did not take long at all.
+6 to that too. Jesus. You look at this, and starships aren't really your expertise. Like you know
No,
some things, but
no.
you're not that versed in this.
No. I take like a quick look at it and just go, and then like interesting, and then I go back, and I stand back up. Like I pretend like what he was doing.
Like you
was
know what you're
very
doing?
enthralling. Yeah.
Are there any other containers in here? Like
Yes.
wall lockers?
Well, there's no wall lockers, but there are 2 like cargo container boxes.
I get into
kinda
a
just
locker to
stacked
hide
up
from
in
the
corner.
xenomorph.
That's the only other thing in the cargo hold. It looks like this was cleared out mostly for just these cryopods to be.
I want to see what's in those cargo
Okay.
boxes.
This
You
this one suggests that we remain a little quiet. The
you kind of
perpetrators on board this ship might be still around.
yeah. You kind of pop the top, and when you look inside, it looks to be kind of environmental equipment mostly. From the box you're looking in, so you've got a couple of mass-produced tents, some water reclaimers, you put them up and it kind of sucks in moisture to create drinkable water. Basic stuff, like you'd think, like for an expedition that didn't really know where it was going. It's like, since you don't know where you're going, it looks like it. That's what they were kind of going for with the box there. The other one is kind of behind it, and it's kind of half stacked, so you kind of looked at that one, but you'd have to move the whole box to get to the other one. And it's very heavy.
Okay.
As I had said that, Roach, I was attaching to my drone's weapon mount its las pistol,
Okay.
and just screwing them back in, because I assumed they wouldn't let the weapon still be mounted to the drone during travel.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna go open up P6's pod.
Come on, P6, come out. I don't want.
All right. P6, another android who is wearing a poorly fitted human suit, walks up to you and and triggers your quick release latch for the opening of the pod, and you are now free to leave the pod. Now, this is Jones 12. You met him on the way in.
I'm gonna say to him, I think the inferior races need us to lead the way.
My equipment.
What'd you say? You cut out.
Where's my equipment? Where's my stuff?
I'm gonna point to his locker.
I walk over to my locker, get my stuff straight away.
All right, all your stuff's there. Lockers were sealed by palm prints, so it didn't, like, nobody else could get into them. So you got all of you are now geared up with your items, some of which you bought right before you went on this expedition. Some of you bought guns right before, stuff like that. So you
Who
now
needs a gun?
You're now armed.
Armed, dangerous, and stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look at the containers with all our stuff in it? Is there more than R4?
Well, there are 6. Yes, there are 6 lockers, and there are 6 pods. But it seems 2 pods are mysteriously empty because of some people just didn't show up for the expedition.
Roach is never gonna let that down.
Why should I?
Nah, fair point.
So yes, there are other pods, but they're empty, and the lockers are in an unlocked state. Like, palm print thing hasn't been programmed, so you just open it. It's empty. They're all the other 2 are empty.
There. Okay.
I'm just gonna while he's doing that, I'm just gonna kind of look around at everybody else. Give my my gimp suit the old Picard tug, kind of smooth it out, and just go. Shall we? And with no answer, I'm going to go over to the door, and this time I'm going to use my hand to open it up.
This one suggests that we remain cautious.
All right. So,
loads his projectile pistol, his tactical pistol.
All right. So Sapient. So Jones 12 went to the door. What are all you doing as he's going towards the
I'm
door?
gonna look over at the first officer and be like, yeah, he's a goner, and then follow the weirdly dressed gimp suit android thing.
I mount up on 001 and pull up my handgun and just have him do his little walkie-walkie thing over there.
All right. By the way, Tom,
let's remain quiet. Hang on a second. Clang, clang, clang.
It's like Ed 209 going downstairs. By the way, Tog, you should probably get me a picture to use as a token for 001, because I'm pretty sure he can be autonomous, can't he?
Yes.
Yes, so you should probably get me to that at some point. I'm just going to assume for the entire thing, you're just going to be riding him.
There you go, it's posted.
Okay. So you go to the door, 12, with the other individuals in tow, and you press the button, and again, it just goes, opens, and you see the site you saw before in front of you.
All right.
So I'm going to actually...
Start walking down the hallway.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy?
No.
God damn it, Ben.
Okay.
You're riding like a mini walker that's clanking around.
It has stealth mode.
Mm-hmm.
Down on its little wheels.
It's a mini walker the size of, like, I don't know, like a
Tonka truck.
like a Great Dane or something like that, because it's a rat versus
No,
riding
it's
it.
You ever heard
it's a
like
medium-sized
a remote control like electric monster truck going around? It's loud as fuck.
So you begin, as you're starting to move out of the door, and then everybody's starting to file out. It's you only one person go through at a time. Everything. NG, you all right? Yes, no, maybe so.
Is he speaking?
I don't know.
Okay.
NG. Okay, there you are. You can hear us, right?
Sometimes, like Roach, I find sometimes I can't hear what he's saying.
I think that's your Chinese internet.
Yeah.
Because even
It keeps
I'm
saying
okay
that I've got,
now.
It says, yeah, it says I got like the green voice connected bars, but then it just suddenly went like a second ago went RTC disconnected, but I could still hear everyone apart from Roach. So I was a bit confused.
My Moss says that he knows all about your stealth mode, Tog. And that you're like a bull in a china shop, so...
Hey, actually, bulls in china shops are quite respectful.
As you start walking out of the doorway, and you get a couple of feet out, to the point where somebody's actually... where you've got, another couple of people out of the door, you all hear just out of nowhere, just down the hallway, unseen one of the passages, you just hear a clang of a heavy metal object hitting the deck, and you hear a voice out in the darkness. Well, not the darkness for the ones that can actually see in the dark, but in the dimness, you just hear "son of a bitch," and
my God, we're dealing with cockneys.
This is cockney. And after that you hear more kind of low talking.
And
you can't really make it out.
Was it left, right, or straight?
From your position, it'd be on your left, the same way the blood trail was going, to the starboard side of the ship.
All right, so
up the starboard passage,
walk up to the intersection and take a peek around. I'm not trying to avoid the blood either. I'm just trouncing through the human liquid.
All right. Are you gonna try this stealthily?
This time, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make a stealth check then.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not half bad at that.
Hold on a second, let me double check this. You're going stealth. Hold on, I gotta learn this fucking... where's that listed at? It's listed somewhere. I know it is, because I wrote it fucking down. Where's it at? Perception. What did you roll? You rolled a...
14.
14. Perception check. Fuck. What is the thing tied in with perception? That's, it's wisdom? Wisdom?
Well, that was a stealth check, not a perception check.
Yeah, no, I'm saying what is tied into a perception check.
Wisdom.
Because it doesn't actually... Wisdom, okay. That's what it is. Okay.
I'm very wisdomous.
Yeah, you rolled 14. Alright. You kind of lean over the side a little bit, and you see 3 creatures. They're bigger than the rat person in your party, but much shorter than everyone else. They seem to be standing maybe around 3, maybe up, very tall 3 foot, or maybe 4 foot kind of range. They're very stocky, muscular, and they're covered in this armor. It's like a blackish gray with almost runic-like symbols.
Space dwarves?
All over it. Well, are you trying to identify them?
Yes.
Okay. Then roll a life science.
I can do. That's something I can do. Yeah.
Okay. You see you see creatures that you've read about. You haven't seen them before. They're cousins. They're long separated cousins of dwarves. They grew up on the same planet that dwarves were on, in an Underdark, in a place called the Underdark. They're called Duragar, and a couple hundred years ago they started migrating away from their planet and took to the space.
Overdark dwarves.
Yeah, to the Overdark. It's actually threw you for a loop for a second, because with an 18, Duragar don't pirate. They're very lawful society. Piracy would go against most of the morals of their society.
Interesting.
And as you kind of look over for a second, you're just kind of looking at them. You see one of them who's like bending down to pick up what looks to be like a wire or what do they call them? Where you check to see if a wire is cold or hot.
Voltometer.
Yeah, voltometer.
Multimeter.
Kind of a futuristic version of that. It's all self-contained. He seems to be like bending down, picking it up, and he's kind of like he's got like one of his fingers in his mouth, and you hear one of the other ones is kind of just leaning against the wall like this, just saying like, "You must that one must have been hot." It's like, damn right, it was hot. Probably the fucking main. Damn it.
How nimble can I be with psychokinetic hand? Let's see here. Okay.
Please tell me you're going to troll the fuck out of these people.
I'm going to cast psychokinetic hand on the on that wire and use it to just jab him with it.
Well, the wire, like the panel's like right around here on him. He's bending down, and he's just getting a voltometer. He's picking that up. Like he doesn't have a wire in his hand.
Well, I wanted to use psychokinetic hand to grab that live wire that zapped him and zap him again.
Well, what was your perception check last? 3?
My last perception check was 3.
What's your perception bonus? What's your perception? -3?
-3.
-3. You can't, like, you can see in the dark, but it's about like 10-15 feet away from you, and these are like house wires, or like, you know, these are wires inside of like a bundle of wires inside of like a panel. You don't know which one's the main.
Gotcha.
You don't know which one's the main.
So I'm just gonna turn. Oh, we lost NG. I'm just gonna turn around to the rest of the group and T-pose. It's funny that the android's in T-pose.
You had to shut down for auto update.
And I just go over Dark Dwarves. Any ideas?
Can I do a life science check on what the hell he's talking about?
Exactly.
I just told you what they were.
You said over Dark Dwarves. Did you actually?
Yeah.
That's actually use their name.
Yeah, that's just me using our.
Oh, okay.
Our mumbo jumbo.
Okay.
I mean, you would know Dorgar, like a cousins of dwarves. They're relatively, they don't bother people, but they are very much different than the dwarves you might have come across or know about. In terms of alignment, since Ben got an 18, they'd be a lawful neutral, or not. They'd be lawful evil is their alignment. So that's their society's kind of like a flip of dwarven society, but still very lawful.
Any
We
ideas?
can try and talk.
That's a great idea. I step out from around the corner and I go, "Greetings, Durgar."
You're not joking. That's actually what you're doing.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh shit.
Okay.
This reminds me when I tried to talk to that. This reminds me when I tried to talk to that orc, that very first game, and he threw the spear at me.
Yeah,
I have a perception of 5, a charisma of 6. What did you think was going to happen when you suggested that?
Follow.
Good idea.
Okay. You step around. You step out.
Like
"Hello,
grandiose.
Dorgar!"
Yeah.
And you see one of them who was kind of like nursing a cigarette there for a second, and you had noticed this. You noticed this before, but you didn't really take note of it. They're all armed. They all have.
I just assumed.
Yeah, they're all carrying kind of like a boxy long gun that has a slide underneath the forward bit of it. You know this to be some sort of scatter gun, and on their belts, on a frog, which is like, just a loop of leather to carry something. They seem to have hammers of some sort. On their side, and one of them was nursing kind of like a cigarette and kind of just to the side. He wasn't talking; he was just watching, kind of chuckling when he saw the other guy get hurt. And when you step across, he just what the fuck? he's just like kind of fumbling a shotgun as he brings it up. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative, because they start. Yeah, I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative. And
I feel like we got the drop on them.
Well, you got the drop on one. Well, actually, I don't know. I think everybody gets the prize this round because you weren't expecting to get shot at, and they weren't expecting you to be a thing. So I think it just starts an initiative.
All right. Where is initiative on here?
Coach, I have a question. It says for one of my my feats, my operative's edge +1. It says I get a +1 bonus insight into initiative checks. Does that mean I add 1 to my initiative?
Yes.
I am just fucking stunned by Ben just walking around the corner. Yeah, it's a great idea. Hi, guys.
Where is initiative?
Okay,
I forgot to click on my guys, so I can add. Can I manually? Oh wait, we're going to the other map. Never mind.
We're going to the other map. You can click if you want to re-roll. I'll let you guys re-roll to click the
I rolled. That's not thing. I'm not rolling better than that.
You might have to zoom out a little bit and find the actual map.
Roach, if you hold down Shift and click on the map, it zooms everybody to it.
Tell me if you can't see anything.
I got black screen.
I can see it now.
Okay. I'm a little less surprised this time.
Oh, wait. Okay, bigger map than I expected. Yeah, I found it.
Madness.
Shit, I would have switched to my other mouse. My other mouse is a little better.
Actually, you would also... I can find it here. Dramatic lighting. Guys.
Seems you've got us into a little bit of bother, number 12.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so we got Royce on here, Screek on here, Ben, click your token, and roll. Or do you want me to just put it in there?
Just put it in my save. Yeah, why has it got like a fraction?
To stop ties.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Good. See, I don't feel like I'll roll better than a 16, so I'll keep that.
16.01. Okay, you rolled a 20. Oh my god.
He said he was like hot on my heels, so I'm assuming he was prepared for something.
0.4.
Yeah, no, my rat is just flabbergasted that you were just like, yep, let's go talk to him.
Can I have, just for future reference, is there any way I could get advantage on intimidation checks versus humans, considering I'm wearing a human gimp suit and you can clearly see the robot bits underneath? Situationally?
Well, does it make you more intimidating or less intimidating?
I feel like it makes me more intimidating.
It's supposed to be a freaking...
Hang on, I'm gonna run to the
futuristic world. I feel like they've seen weirder things.
Yeah, they probably have.
Oh my god.
Let's see what we got here.
So, Roach, how do you feel with... Did you expect to have combat this quickly?
No. As evidenced by another half page of notes. Or no, descending. We want descending. There we go. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm going before any of the dwarves. Fuck yeah.
What about Royce?
Yeah, what about Royce?
What about him? He's got a 21. Yeah, he does. He's right on there.
I don't see him.
Order.
I don't see him on there either.
21.1 thing.
I mean, it's not a big deal. Oh, there he is.
0.01.
My guy's not good at fighting.
There we go. Yeah, no, he had the highest initiative out of all. He rolled a 21.
Alrighty.
We're waiting for Royce to get
Oh,
back.
I'm not dead.
All right, so yes.
This looks like I'm really loving the tile set. It looks like FTL.
Yes.
That's why I bought it.
It's great.
It's on Ben. If you ever want it, it's on the marketplace. Just look up what is it? I think it's Pixels in Space. is the name of it.
I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen the artist stuff before. I like it.
Yeah, he's got 3 of them. He's got a character pack. He's got this pack, and then he's got like a junker pack. I picked up this one because I thought this looks fucking awesome. Also, I really needed some starship interiors. So. And this is the only one that was comprehensive enough that I could justify buying it. Okay, you come across, and like we said, the guy kind of, you just freak the shit out of the guy that was smoking a cigarette, and he kind of like twists on you, and as he makes the noise, the other guys like turn as well, and you're surprised, and everyone else is surprised. So surprise round kind of just goes like, what the then,
we're all just kind of standing there for a second, like.
No, the dwarves like, what the fuck? And now we're in combat. Royce, it is your turn. Everybody can see the map, right? Everybody sees everything. The sight lines are working.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Working.
I don't even see the dwarf guard because I'm not even around the corner.
Yeah.
Roach, I have a question about, because we're androids, me and Ben. Like, do cigarettes affect us?
Yeah. You smoke. I mean, you eat and drink, and you also sleep. So I'm assuming.
I would say
if
yes,
we
because
smoked
there
a
were
cigarette,
enhancements
they probably would
to install like better respirator segments for your body. So I would assume that yes, we would, because there are options to upgrade so that like smoking stuff like that doesn't.
I'd say
affect us.
yes. I'd say yes.
But if I kill that dwarf, I can steal his cigarettes. Okay.
Yeah, I guess. All right, Royce. You're going first with that 21.
Would intimidate? Is that an action? Like, to try and intimidate, would that be an action?
To make like an action like that, yes. Hold on a second. Okay. To make an action like that, to do a skill check, yes, you'd be dedicating your. It's not your whole turn. I think it would be your action. It wouldn't be your movement. But yeah, you'd spend your whole action kind of just doing that.
Okay. Then I'm going to summon my star sword thing.
Sword.
All right.
And then I am just going to. Oh, I'm also going to enter photon mode.
Okay.
I would
You
like
remember,
to
you have to keep track of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you keep track of that.
Just want to. Or photon attunement, or whatever you want to call it. Insight damage rolls. Okay, yeah. So, and then I'm just going to. Boop, and hit that guy.
Okay, you kind of dart forward and like push 12 off, like go in between him and the wall and like go forward with this sword. What color is your sword, by the way? Because you choose a color.
Blue.
Blue. So you're going so like a neutron blue kind of color.
Yeah.
Okay. He's racing forward with this like energy thing coming off of his like, I'm assuming like it's a wrist kind of thing or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I don't
know. This would be what you
about it.
and yeah, Royce just goes forward trying to stab this man. So
you're like a predator.
So Jesus Christ. This is I'm assuming this is energy. So yeah, you hit. Yeah, you get through this dwarf was the one that was working on the door, and so like he doesn't have his gun out. He's got a voltometer in his hand. And he's just like ah! And so you go forward and you just stab him with energy. And you deal 6 damage. Jesus.
I just have a question for this stellar mode thing.
Yes.
It says when you're attuned, I get a +1 insight to damage rolls. You're considering it fully attuned, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're fully attuned to it, not whenever you just choose it. Because an attunement means you actually spend the time and you get all the points in there to be attuned.
Well, you get one per round of combat.
Yeah, and there's a limit. There's an attunement.
3. Yeah.
The third one.
Yeah. Okay. You want fully attuned. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so you go forward. You hit this guy. You hit this essentially technician at this point because he doesn't have any guns or anything out right now, and you just
stabbed this innocent man.
Punch him with an energy weapon, and he is now bloodied. You just like sucking chest wound comes out. It's just like,
oh god.
and I'm guessing that's your turn because that was your movement and your action. So
yeah,
we'll go to P6 D9.
All right. Well, I can't really see anything at the moment. What's going on?
You did hear a scream.
Yeah, I just heard him run out with a sword, and then
the dude just created a giant flaming magic star sword and just ran around a corner. Then you heard a side pitched scream.
Diplomacy just didn't work.
Diplomacy didn't work. Yep.
Hey, all I said was hello.
That's all you need to say, Ben.
For them. I'm gonna go like to here because I can then just see them. Actually, I'll stand here behind him, and
right.
I'll shoot.
Don't shoot.
Don't shoot. Butter, shut up. Shoot the guy I can see at the back. Like,
which one? Because there's 2 of them.
Yeah, how can I tell you which?
Long click to ping.
That one.
That one? Okay.
That one.
Which is the one that had the shotty?
I'm sorry, what?
Which one's the one that had the shotgun like out and pointed?
The one that he's shooting at right now. But the other one is now bringing up his shotgun.
Gotcha.
Because he was just like pointing and laughing with the scrap, and like then he's bringing it out. So
gotcha.
yeah, the 2 in the back have shotguns right now. The one in the front has a voltometer, and he's just like gasping his chest.
The needle points on those things are pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, actually, wait, Ben. Do you have a gun? You have a gun.
I have a gun.
What do you? You have a gun.
Amazing.
I have basically a taser.
I could build like a barricade in front of us. I could like build a barricade.
Just rip shit off the wall and put a barricade down.
Well, you could. But what are you doing? Because right now you've used your movement.
That takes my.
That's
an action, I would assume. Yeah, so I'd have to shoot or make a barricade. I'm just gonna shoot. I'm just gonna shoot.
Okay, you're making an attack roll against the top right. So
I guess I just click the pistol button.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
There you go.
Okay, you rolled a 3. You're like you walk up behind behind 12, and you just kind of like point the gun and fire, and it just like it hits a light fixture on top of the corridor and makes it even a little darker if it's possible. And the guy's just like standing there. He didn't even move, and he's just like.
I tried.
Yeah, make sure you're marking off ammo too, because you just used 1, and I think are you using a pistol, or are you using a laser pistol or ballistics? But laser pistol. Yeah, make sure you're marking down your ammo.
Yeah, I am. Don't worry.
Okay, so that's the end of that turn, and now we go to 12.
All right, so I'm just going to walk around to this side right here, and I am going to just kind of use the corner as cover, and I'm going to cast.
I was using you as cover.
Oh, too bad. I'm going to cast Daze on the one to the left down.
The one that Royce stabbed.
Oh no, the one behind him. That's the one I meant.
Okay, the one behind him. Okay. All right. What exactly does that? Oh, we'll cast it and see what it does. Spell short circuits the mind of a human creature with a CR of 3 or lower. so that it is dazed and it'll take actions, taking no penalty AC. Humanoids of CR3 or higher are not affected.
So I think he makes a will save, but I don't know what the DC he's trying to beat is.
Yeah, will save. It would say spell DC in the book. Like if you looked up, hold on a second. Let's see here. Spells, magic and spells, casting spells.
I'm getting the book open right now. Because I couldn't find spell DC information anywhere.
Let's see here. Well, oh, can you click caster level? Maybe that does it?
Caster level just shows caster level check 18. So do I roll for a DC? Is that what it is?
Hold on a second. Well, this would have been one of the things that you would have checked. Spell DC.
All it says is that it's a will save, but none of the spells have DCs on them, and I don't know. I couldn't find anything that told me if I had a spell caster DC anywhere. I couldn't find that information.
Let's see here. Spell level. Spells start on 3:30. Let's see. Well, I mean, it's the first game, so let's see here. Let's see here. Well, I'm looking.
As I looked through the book and I couldn't find anything that described how DC is checked in Starfinder.
I'm looking. Days. Okay, days. Where's that listed in the book?
Days, let's see, is page 347 on the PDF. I mean, I copy and pasted it out of the PDF. It doesn't have any more information in there than it does on the spell card. It just says will save negates.
Will save negates. What the hell does that mean?
Do monsters have like their own DC that needs to be beaten instead of the spellcasters?
Well, one, none of the monsters exist yet, because there's no
monster manual.
There's no monster manual, so shit.
Okay, so according to spell DC calculations for Pathfinder, it's 10 plus the spell level plus the ability modifier.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna try and fucking find this, because this is something we should know. And if we don't know...
Well, a lot of people are using... Well, from what I'm reading, everybody has a different way of calculating it.
Yeah, but it has... Okay. Saving throw entry and spell description defines which type of saving throw the spells allow. Describes how saving throws... Okay. Most often, a successful saving throw negates the spell's back to having its damage. Saving throw.
On 241, there's a difficulty class for saving throws, and it looks like for spells there's one. It's 10 plus the level of the spell plus your key ability score modifier.
So for me, that would be 10 plus 0 plus 2.
So it'd be 12.
So
You might want to... Where's that at exactly? Where is that at saving throw types?
Page 241.
Ranged. 241. Where exactly is it? Where's the formula for that? Okay, difficulty DC. There it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. There it is. Okay, 241. Ben, write down that page so you know what that is, and in the future, so we don't have to go through this.
For most classes, the DC half
So
your
10
level.
plus half your class level, which is
So
0.
that-
And your key ability score modifier.
Well, wouldn't it be? Don't you round up? So wouldn't it be 1?
You round down.
Round down.
Yeah, it's the one rule in the game is you round down for everything.
Oh, okay.
Except for one thing in the book. So yours is 10 plus 0 plus 2, so 12. So you have a DC of 12 to beat, or this guy is dazed. Hey, we figured that one out. And he rolls a 15.
All right, so nothing happens, and that's my turn.
Right. So
Nothing. You take the cast, he kind of just goes, ugh, and he's fine. His gun's up now. So there we go. That turn took longer than it should have.
Well, nobody knew how to figure this shit out. Now we know.
Yeah. Okay. Is that it? I think that's it for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to do.
Okay. Then we go to the first Duragar. Let's see here. He has a... Okay, so...
Are there 7 of these?
What do you mean?
You have the
NG.
first one.
Well, I mean, there's 3 right here.
I was just saying.
Oh.
What the names like Dopey, Sleepy.
Oh...
That was a labored joke.
Yeah. So the one in the far back that NG completely missed, just takes just steps 5 feet forward, racks a shell into the gun and fires. At let's see here. So yeah, it has a blast 15. So that means he's gonna get hit. 5, 10. Okay. Royce, Skreek, and P6D9 are fired on. So let's see here. This one's to Royce. This is kinetic. Miss. I'm assuming you have a better KAC than 6.
Yes.
Okay. Skreek actually can't be hit because he's around the corner. But P6D9, I'm assuming you have a better KAC than 2.
I mean, the base is 10, so...
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this guy walks up, racks the shell, and fires, and none of the pellets hit you.
This is a big blast that everyone's just like, okay, you okay? You good? Okay.
Just like he had just got done doing, yeah, you guys just miss. He just whiffs completely.
This is a really impotent fight. We're all just shooting at each other and all just going everywhere.
I mean, to be fair, Royce is just stabbing people.
Yeah, to be fair, Royce just almost gutted a man.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're all inept.
That is just horrid. I'm just double checking I'm using blast correctly because I did double check before here. Okay, well it takes a -2 penalty. Well, you wouldn't hit anyways. Targets. Okay, yeah, I'm using that right. Okay, now we go to the next guy. This was the one that Ben tried fucking with. So he did not get his shotgun out. It's still on this side. He got a hammer, and you guys notice it's not. It looks dwarven, but it's not a dwarven hammer like from Myth. Like this thing is modern. Like the head is like an assault hammer head, but it's got the stylings of a dwarven hammer. Like it's squared. Mm-hmm. It's got runes on it. It's definitely dwarven, but it's modern. And he just takes it out of the frog that he was holding it in, and he just goes forward. He kind of pushes past his friend. So that's so yeah, he gets to here, and he just looks at Royce, who just stabbed his friend, and he just like takes a huge swing at this guy. Let's see what we got here.
Does advantage imply the same way in Starfinder as in D&D?
No, because it doesn't. No, you never roll two d20s in this. It's modifiers on here.
Oh, so it's modifiers. Gotcha.
It's modifiers. Royce is not being flanked because there are not enemies on the opposite side of where he's currently being engaged from. That's how flanking works in here. He is technically outnumbered, but that is no longer a thing from what I can remember. So, yeah, I don't think outnumbered is a thing. So, let's see here. Yep, let's roll this. All right. 10.
Kinetic?
Yeah, that's kinetic.
No.
No, that was a +3 as well, so he rolled a 7. Okay, yeah, so he just whiffs, or like he tries hitting you, but you just kind of like duck back a little bit. It was kind of slow. You had a good enough chance to back away. And now we go to Screek. Screek.
Okay. So I thunder out on my walker.
I like how this thing is simultaneously super stealthy and thunderous.
Thunderous.
It is a thunderously stealthy machine. I turn to the guy that just tried to stab Royce and just stare him down from the top of my thing, because I am taller than him now. And I shoot at him from over the top of my drone with my handgun.
Okay.
No, that's the attack. Derp.
Isn't that right?
That's
yeah,
right.
that is right. Okay,
that's
is right. It's
yeah,
just different.
That's perfectly correct.
Okay, good.
This is with kinetic, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. You fire, and your shot bounces off his armor. Like it just hits, and he notices it, but he's got his eyes on the freak with the sword.
Then a little tiny side panel opens up on my drone, and his gun comes out. Because how drones work is they can either choose to take a movement action or an attack action separately from you.
So he moved.
He moved, though.
I controlled him to move. This is a limited AI function.
Wait.
Because I can drive him when I'm on him.
So he can basically, you can go twice the distance in a turn. Then you can do.
No, because it still takes up his movement speed. From what I'm reading.
This is what it sounds like you're saying is you get twice as many actions than everybody else.
Yeah, Tog, unless you get me a direct quote from the book, I'm going to make a ruling. I'm going to say you moved there, you drove him, which was his movement action. Unless specifically the riding saddle says that while you are riding, you are using your movement to move the drone.
I'm just pulling up the mod.
Because what you just did would basically be doing 3 things in a turn. You moved, you took an action, then he takes an action. That's a lot of stuff in an action economy based game.
You can direct your drone mount in battle without attempting survival checks. So I can direct him to move.
Yeah, but that was his movement then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you direct him to move.
Okay.
So him to move is the key word there. So if you wanted him to shoot, you'd have to stay still.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so that's That's I'm sorry. That's how I'm making the call.
No,
if
that
specifically there is like an errata or something you find that negates that, that's fine. But so far as that reading, I'm gonna call shenanigans on that one. But you missed, you moved, you fired. So that's the end of your turn. And now we go
what's that place with all the goofy shit on the wall?
You mean shenanigans?
God damn it, Roach.
No, the best part is when it cuts back to them and just go,
oh! Well, I'm pretty sure one of the guys at the back is like holding his pistol out. Like,
yeah, no, it's the guy in the front. He's got the pistol ready to
ready to pistol whip him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. No.
Anyhow.
Yeah, sorry. We just flashed back to like the 90s there for a second.
Oh man.
So now we go to Mr. Sucking Chest Wound. He was at the time kind of just like grabbing his chest, stop the bleeding. He is going to sacrifice his movement to draw a weapon, and he's going to draw the hammer, and he's going to try and hit Royce.
Stay down, motherfucker.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
14 against KAC.
I believe. Yes.
Yep, that is a hit. Okay, so he kind of gets the sword out, drops the voltometer, and just kind of right into you. And you don't have you've already kind of dodged out of the way that last one, and now you were right in the line of it, and you take 7 damage from that.
That's SP damage?
That's SP damage, yeah. You go SP,
okay.
Then your health points. So that takes 7 off your SP.
Okay.
Okay.
For me, that would be all of them.
Yeah, for me, that would be all of them.
Well, yeah, but Royce is a frontline combat character.
I have 2 more.
Yeah, he took. Well, I mean, he got crit on that roll, so I mean, he rolled a full 6 on that.
Full damage.
1d6. Yeah. Well, he used his movement to draw a weapon, so yeah. That's the end of that guy's turn. And now it's Royce. It's up to you. It's up to you because the rest of your party is useless.
Yeah, we didn't do shit.
I mean, at least
it really sucks that the human didn't come by because he's an operative and he's got really fucking good stats.
So
we're missing one
2
of the
questions.
combat characters.
Yes.
I figured the one out. Never mind, just the one.
Okay.
Sorry. So, if it doesn't specifically says there's no crit, right?
No, there's no. If it doesn't specifically say, then you crit on a 20 and you roll double.
Okay.
Is this like Pathfinders where you have to confirm crits?
Kind of. If you crit and your crit total does not beat the armor of a creature, you then have to confirm it. By getting a what was it? There is a confirmation, but it's only in very certain situations. There's like if you roll a d20 and you're hold on, I'll double check here if you really want me to check.
No,
it's no worries.
You can figure it out when it comes up.
All right, well then I'm just gonna stab the guy that just hit me.
Okay.
Or not, maybe.
Yeah, you miss. You just like you kind of he's already got the hammer out, so he kind of just like blocks it by hitting your arm, and yeah, you don't connect. You kind of just whiff on it.
Okay.
God damn it.
All right, NG.
Okay. I'm going to step back. And I'll step back again.
And then runs into the second pack of Dwargar behind him.
Runs away.
Run away.
And I'm going to shoot at the one in front of Squeak.
Okay.
Oh. I also suggest everyone starts moving back.
Okay.
Is.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Holy shit!
Okay, is this energy or kinetic?
It's fire. Lasers are fire.
Yeah.
Well, there are two. There are two ACs, kinetic and energy AC. They deal with the respective. This is a laser.
Yeah.
That's energy.
Okay, that's energy. You hit.
Yeah. Energy.
Yep. You do 2 damage. You're hitting this one.
Yeah,
NG?
he said the one in front of me.
You're hitting that one. NG.
Yeah, I said yeah.
Well, we didn't hear you.
Like,
if I ask a follow-up question, that means you cut out.
I said yeah every time you asked.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't hear it
Yeah,
once.
we didn't hear that at all.
I know, but you keep going.
Okay. You hit him. You didn't really do much. You hit the armor. You think you might have gotten through the armor. You did damage, but not a lot of damage. But you're finally the only other person in the party that scored a hit and actually did something with it. So now we go to 12.
Okay, so I'm gonna take out my stun gun and I'm gonna go taser, 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 and I'm gonna reach around the corner and I'm gonna touch the Duergar in front of Skreek with it, and I'm gonna cast Jolting Surge through it into the Duergar.
I really suggest you guys start moving back. Next turn's gonna be bad.
So
well, never mind.
Yeah, no. Oh my god. Oh my god, Ben.
Never mind. Don't do anything. I forgot the safety was on.
Are you sure you want to play this character? I think it's.
I rolled 2 1s on that.
Well, you just rolled a single one. It just calculates both of them.
Oh, okay.
You still
that's
rolled
a little,
a
little less ridiculous.
That's your second one of the night.
Yep.
I really suggest
You don't
guys
drive,
start
do you?
moving back.
No, I do.
Oh god.
I feel sorry for Florida. Just
Drive for
remind
some-
me never to be in the same plane as you.
Yeah. So yeah. All right, move past it.
I'm surprised your house is still standing after that hurricane. I would have thought it would have hit your house specifically, and everything else would be fine.
That was.
I think it might just be about dice. I don't think he needs to roll for his house on the thing. Maybe like don't play crabs with him or something. You don't go
let's
like to a casino.
let's check on something here. Let's roll for Irma.
Let's roll for Irma.
Oh, Roach.
Yes.
I was just reading, and it said, according to the
Got a
rulebook,
2.
as long as you have 1 or 2 attunement points in a mode, you are attuned to that mode.
All right. So remember that then.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one that has the shotgun out is now is now up.
You're not moving back?
Nope. That was
Oh,
my
shit.
only top level spell.
And so he takes an aim down the corridor, and like he racked another shell in, and he just fires. And because of that, he is going to. So it's 15. That's 15. Okay, so he's gonna hit. He's gonna hit Royce. Well, he's gonna have the ability to hit Royce, Skreek, and the friend in front of him.
And also the robot. The drone has its own hit points.
Okay then. So I will roll that.
Shoot the drone.
Oh, the drone!
Not throw it in the drone face.
All right, let's roll for his
guy
friend
actually-
first.
My guy prefers the drone over the Skreek.
All right, he misses his friend.
Ben.
Guess who built the
Robot.
drone, bitch?
Let's
I'm
do
so
Royce.
sorry, Ben.
Misses Royce. Let's do Skreek. 13 to KAC.
Misses.
Okay, let's do the robot.
If it matches your AC,
I have a 14 AC. KAC.
I understand that,
Okay.
but I'm asking if it matches it, is that a hit or is it?
Yes. If it matches it, you have to roll under it. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, for the second round in a row,
Just fire blindly down the corridor.
Fires down, doesn't hit anybody in a completely full corridor. Just
with a shotgun.
And then as the smoke clears, he's just like, "What the fuck?"
You're just says cowering behind his drone. You're really bad at this, aren't you?
Takes a second look at one of the shells, making sure it's not
Is that a blank?
just killed everyone on the.
Just for shits and giggles, I started tracking how many times I roll crits and how many times I roll ones. I'm at 0 to 9 so far.
Oh my god.
All right, we go to the next Duragar, which is the one that didn't get hit by his friend. It's right next to Royce and Skreek. He is going to.
Who just had this weird metal thing pressed into his side after someone screamed taser and nothing happened.
He's gonna try and hit Skreek.
Oh!
He's gonna use his assault hammer and he's gonna do an attack on you.
Don't assault me with a hammer.
Oh, damn.
Let's see here.
I just realized if Tog tries to move, there's an attack of opportunity against him.
Yeah, please don't do any explodey things.
6, because I fucking suck.
Nothing.
I can't.
Oh, this combat should have been like 2 rounds.
Yeah, no, I expected it to go by pretty quick.
Oh my god.
I mean,
just jukes out of the way on top of
all right.
If everyone would get out of my way.
Okay, the point blank, I aim my pistol at him and try and shoot him in the face.
Okay. You miss.
And roll literally the exact same number and exact same damage before.
Well, your robot's not moved, so.
And this time, my robot's little flap opens up, and a little hand with a pistol comes out and aims at the guy.
I could end this combat so quickly.
That's energy, isn't it?
Yes.
You miss. But it was close.
Holy shit!
Damn it.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm using the conversion rules right out of the book. These things are it shouldn't be a problem.
They shouldn't be. No.
You underestimate our ineptitude.
Apparently, we're the worst fucking party. You guys have zero ability to roll anything.
I can end it this next turn.
Well, Royce, maybe you should try that.
I can't, so I killed my entire party.
Well, all right. Duragar's sucking chest wound is going to.
Duragar McSucky chest wound.
He is going to. He can't move back because you get an attack of opportunity. So she's gonna try to hit you with a hammer again. He's in melee with you. 11 versus
no
KAC. Hey, great.
So Royce, what are you gonna do?
You've got 3 attunement points now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could explode into balls of fire.
And you're on proton, so that would do a lot of damage.
But it's 10 feet.
Shame.
Yep.
It's a shame. Okay, here's the deal. If we can't kill them this round of combat.
Hey, if you can kill the guy above you, you could move forward 1, and you'd be able to.
That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna try and stab him, slash him, whatever.
Do something to him. Just like blow heavily on his wound.
Goddamn weapon. Nope.
How is
slashy?
Is this? I wonder if there's. No, it's just rolling. It's rolling with the roll 20 thing, so it shouldn't. So it's normal rolls. It's.
We're just awful, Roach. We're just awful.
It's just normal rolls, and you guys are horrible. All right. NG.
I'm gonna shoot at the same guy again in front of Skreek.
Alrighty then.
Pew!
Oh no!
You miss.
Oh my god.
If you take
goes wide.
one step to your back left, Skreek, or back right.
All right, 12. It's your turn. Unless NG, you wanted to move again, but I didn't think you did.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Alrighty. I got a couple options here. Got a couple options. I'll Well, I'm gonna try to hit him with my with my plasteel yardstick, the one I'm kitty corner on right now.
So you can just go fucking yardsticking?
Yeah, I have a plasteel yardstick.
Can you move after that?
I could.
I like the picture, Ben, of just this hand keeps coming around the corner with various
13?
tools.
Nope.
This hand just keeps coming around the corner with
These
various
guys' AC
weapons.
is so good for such a low character.
Hey, this is a Pathfinder thing too, because their KAC is the AC from Pathfinder. Like.
All right. Well,
like
that's all I got.
All right, Duragar, Shotgun Man, is going to. He is going to. Shit, what is he gonna do?
What is he gonna do?
Well, let's see here.
Parlay. I mean, none of us can hit each other.
I can hit after
He's
you
gonna
want.
do a combat. He's gonna do a combat maneuver, and he is going to. He's gonna do harrying fire.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
Okay, he's going to do harrying fire against Royce. Well, I mean, he's just going to do harrying fire. And what that means is he's going to make a d20 roll. It's an attack roll. Okay, yeah, attack roll. So he's going to make an attack roll with his shotgun. He doesn't. No, he didn't. He didn't get a 15, so he couldn't. He can't do that. Well, he's just gonna.
Stand there quietly in the corner.
He's gonna back off one. Technically, Royce would get a attack of opportunity if he wanted to, because he left his area of influence. Because you have a 5-foot radius around you.
Nope.
No, he does not. So he's done, and now we have Mr. We have this guy down here. He is going to use his movement to switch out his weapon. He's gonna put that away and bring up the shotgun, and he's going to shoot.
No, there's no need for that, friend.
Screek in 12.
Can he hit me when I'm around the corner?
He can. He
Yeah,
can,
because
because
he's
the blast
also on
weapon
the
is a
corner.
15-foot cone, and you're able to shoot at him. So I'm gonna say he can shoot at you.
I haven't shot at him.
Don't forget the roll for the roll.
You try. Well, you're still attacking him. Like I'm saying, is you went around, you tried doing touch attacks on him. I think he can shoot you.
Especially with shoddy.
So this one's for Screek.
Mhm.
15 versus KAC.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, you do. He does 5 damage to you.
All right.
Or
My robot.
yeah, and 17 versus KAC.
Yeah, that really hits.
He does 5 damage to the robot.
My robot. You bastard.
Is there any cover mechanics in this for modifiers?
There would be. I'm gonna say you get a.
So I say I'm like I put myself around the corner to try to get.
You
some
get partial cover.
Okay.
So you get a +2 to your AC.
All right.
11 versus KAC.
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, he hit somebody, so the shotgun has not been completely useless for this character build. So Screek is now you're there now.
I'm not angry.
Hit something.
Disengage.
We are going to. My robot is going to move backwards. To here.
All right. Technically, he would have attack of opportunity.
Against the robot, right?
Well, if he
Well,
uses his shotgun.
He uses a shotgun because he doesn't have a a melee.
So
out.
both, okay.
So he's going to hit both of you, or he's going to try to at least. And he's going to be shooting directly at you. The cone would not hit 12 because he wasn't trying to hit
Yay.
there. So that is a 2 versus you,
Nope.
and a 2 versus the robot.
Nope.
So I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
Everything misses.
Right. Okay. Go ahead.
I step back. I pull up my hand. I aim my handgun at him and I shoot him, or at him.
All right.
Holy shit! We hit something.
You hit, and you do 2 damage.
I graze his cheek.
He's not blooded yet.
It's now mildly annoyed.
Just wait.
Yes.
All right, and now we go to the last Durgar, the one currently in mortal combat with Royce.
Mortal combat.
Mortal combat. Let's see here. What are we gonna do? You know what? Fuck it. He's going to do full attack. He's going to use both his actions. He's going to take it's a full round action, and he's going to take. That means he gets 2 attacks at -4. So this is so yeah, we're going to see if that works with the assault hammer. So first one, second one. Okay, so he respectively got a 14 and a 15 versus your KAC. You're muted right now, Crimson.
Oh yes, for both.
For both? Okay, then he did 5 damage with the first one and 3 damage with the second one.
How much for the second one?
3.
You stumble upon a party of goblins.
Ouch.
TPK.
Yeah.
I actually could have gone less. These are 1/3 CR a piece.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
These are
Alright.
1/3 CR a piece, and my spells have a 15% chance to hit.
Okay.
It's my turn,
Hey,
right?
Royce, it's your turn. You just took a shitload of damage.
Gonna move here.
All right.
And-
Not to incur anything, so you're good.
Going to use my solar revelation, which is supernova, so it's 2d6.
All right.
For everyone at 10-foot radius.
Is that 10-foot radius total? 10-foot radius in line of sight.
It just says.
I'm gonna say
Within 10
without-
feet of you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So 12 does not get hit, but you rolled those, and you rolled a 3.
I can end this in 1 round.
I have a chance of ending it.
One of them looks really bloodied. Another one looks pretty bloodied as well, and the one at the top looks fine. Was that an action, full round action, or what was it? That was you moved, so you did a
Standard act.
standard action. So that's the end of your turn. You're now
Yep.
surrounded, which actually does incur negatives to
Oh
you.
wow.
Okay, P6 D9. You see like a flash of fire emits from Royce, and one of the dwarves, the one closest to the door that initially got stabbed, he looks like he's on his last leg, and the one that you've been shooting at, he looks pretty bad as well.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot at the one that got stabbed.
Right?
Here we go. Pew pew pew. No.
What is it with us? What is with us right now?
My chat
Level
says
1 is
Magnus
gonna
luck
be
is
explode.
infectious and airborne.
Damn it, Ben.
All right. Okay, Angie. Do you maybe want to take you're not planning on moving, are you?
Oh,
Do you maybe want to use a full round action to
Shoot again.
to shoot again with the -4 modifier, just to get extra shots out there, maybe?
okay.
Just out of curiosity, does that -4 apply to both rolls or just the second one?
Both rolls.
Well, it doesn't matter on the first one, no, does it?
No, it doesn't, that's why I'm asked. That's why just roll another one and see what happens. Okay, it doesn't matter. But I mean, hey, you rolled a 1 both times on the damage, so how bad could it be? Okay, 12.
Guys, my guy's not a combat person.
Okay. So,
Yeah, half the party isn't a combat person, and the combat people aren't here. So
well,
I just want you to know, I balance this encounter for you currently.
All right.
Was there more Dwargar that
My,
were
guy,
gonna be
my,
here?
guy's got full health. I think I'm doing okay.
Fuck you.
As Royce just like
Step out. And the full health Duergar, I'm going to cast Daze on.
All right. It was a 12, right?
Yeah, 12.
12. And what is this here? He has a thing. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah. It's 12, so... What? He does not save.
And the first thing I've done.
He is now dazed, which, according to this, dazed...
For one
You can
round.
take no actions.
Yeah.
No actions. Does that say how long that lasts? Is that 1 round?
1 round. So, well, that would
So it gets
mean
back to you.
Royce would not incur being surrounded because that guy is dazed.
True. All right. So now we
Done.
go to this Duragar, who's dazed and can't do anything.
Aha! I did something.
You did something. You saved Royce because I think he's out of stamina points at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually dipped
Into his
bit
health.
into his health points.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah. So now we got Duragar 12. So this one sees you kind of pop up and just like go and his friend didn't do anything, so he's just looking at you and he's like, what the fuck? And he had a shotgun out, so he's gonna just look at you and put a blast.
Yeah, but
into
nobody can hit anything, so I'm fine.
you. Yeah.
And this
yeah.
is when they
there's
roll
there's
crit.
absolutely no way you could hit anything. 15 versus KAC.
That's a big page. That is going to hit me.
Okay, you take 1 damage.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. That's a 15 foot. That's a 15
So,
foot cone.
so I'd like to think one of those, just one of the pellets, like
Actually, this is he shoots it and it hits 12. It's also going to go to Skreek.
Mm-hmm.
14 versus KAC.
Hit.
Okay, you take 1 damage. The robot, 15 versus KAC.
Hit.
Take 1 damage for the robot. And P69 fuck that fucking name. P69. Yeah.
Easy.
8 versus KAC.
no.
I think you're fine, right?
Yeah.
See, you shouldn't have said anything, Ben, because now they're gonna roll well. Because they can't hit shit. All right, that's the end of his turn because he just shot you. Yeah, that's the end of his turn. Skreek, to you.
Cheeky motherfucker!
You get hit by a pellet in like the forehead or something.
I like
Just,
I like to think that the pellet like skimmed through my human leather gimp suit. I'm gonna look at the Duragar and just go, I'll replace that with your flesh.
okay. So
You
Skreek.
asshole! I level my handgun at him and shoot at him.
Alrighty then. 14 versus KAC. That is a miss.
Okay, and then my drone does the same.
That's a miss.
I go cry in the corner.
Guys, I gave you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Man!
Alrighty then. So the one that's almost dead, from your point of view, is kind of just like like he's half burned. He's got a chest wound. He's not having a good day.
Kill me!
He gets the hammer and he's just gonna make one more strike at Royce. Normal attack. 10 versus KAC is
No.
probably a miss. Hey Royce, it's your turn now.
So, if I do the full action turn for the attacks, right? That's 2 attacks against 1 person?
Yes.
Okay.
At a -4 to your roll.
Now,
Right.
if he attacks the dazed guy, does he get a cool modifier because the guy's out of it?
It does not say that, no. He just can't take actions. Doesn't get a bonus. It would say he would be like flat-footed or something, but it doesn't, so.
Then I'm just gonna try and stab the dying guy.
Okay, the one to your left.
Yeah.
Hey, You hit.
Finally.
Yeah, you super murder him. You just you parry the shot, and then you just like stab him and stab him, and he's just like against the wall. He's like as he slowly like goes down. So you have murdered a Duragar.
My God, you killed something.
We killed something. We killed something.
I have a quick mechanical question.
Yeah.
To use your full action on a turn to do 2 attacks. Do you have to declare that before you do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you should. You should, because it basically takes up your action and movement together. So you should declare that when you go.
Okay.
All right. NG, it is now your turn.
Do something.
NG. NG.
But he's gone off. Roll 20.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's on Discord, or not.
Chinese internet. It's great.
Yeah. You back, NG? Or not? Alright. So, NG is going to... Let's see here. What has his character got? I swear, if he muted himself again and he hasn't actually looked at to make sure he's not muted... You back, NG?
NG, check if you're muted.
Right. Okay. NG is going to... Let's see here.
He's gonna shoot. He's gonna miss. Move on.
What has he got? What has he got for his... Yeah. He's gonna shoot, but he's gonna do, He's gonna do 2... He's gonna do a full round action. He's gonna shoot the guy on the furthest away at the end of the attack, like at the end of the area. So, let's see here. That is,
NG?
-4.
Thanks,
NG, are you
Pilehawken.
back? Are you
Yeah.
muted? Like, mechanically?
I'm back.
Okay.
There you go.
It's been your turn for like a minute. So,
If the void would actually load up for some reason. Roll 20 because for some reason it won't load up.
well, what do you want to do? I can control your character. Because we've been stuck on you for a while. What do you want to do?
Me?
Yes, you. It's your turn.
But I can't open up roll 20.
We'll just
I
say
know.
Amazing.
What do you want to do? I will control your character.
Yeah, I'll just shoot. That's
Okay.
what I always do.
Okay. Just
I'm
shoot.
assuming everything's in the same place.
Yeah. No, you
Yeah,
say.
what-
Nothing
guys
has
said.
changed. Nothing has changed. One dude died.
This is ridiculous. I can open up every other website. I'm just checking now, but I can't open up bloody roll 20.
Yeah, you missed.
Okay. No,
It's okay.
he hits because he does a full round action and does 2 attacks. One of them hits a 16. It's an energy weapon, which means it hits the EAC of the character. So
Yeah, 1 damage.
I
He
had
did
to
1
delete it and
damage.
open a new one.
there we go. He's not bloodied yet, but he's close. All right, now we go to 12.
Well, I don't have to worry about Royce
The
being
guy on the-
surrounded.
No, you will, because I mean he'll be flanked. Is what I meant, because there's guys on opposite sides of him.
Well, you said
guy on the top.
surrounded before. Is surrounded and flanked?
I meant flanked.
Oh, okay.
Flanked means there's individuals on both sides.
All
of your
right. Well, the
character
son of a
that act,
bitch in front of me is flanked.
Yes, he is.
So what modifier does that give me for attacking him?
When an enemy is flanked. Let's see here. It's somewhere on here. I know it is. I know it's on here because I just saw it. I'm going to say it gives you a plus 1 to your hit.
That's it.
I can't find it on the sheet, and I know it's mentioned in the rule book, but it's not on the GM screen.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna take 2 flailing -3 attacks because I got +1 at
254 Roach.
254.
Yeah.
254. Oh, that was 64. 254. Flanking. Oh yeah, here it is. Flanking. Where is it? Where does it actually talk about flanking? Flanking. Okay, +2 bonus.
All right, so I'm gonna attack twice. So I'll take a -2 to these hits, and I'm gonna try to start whipping him like a naughty school child with my plasteel yardstick.
Oh my.
Okay, so you're at a -2 right now.
That's a 4.
Yep.
And a 10. So nope. Wow, did you look at the damage? A 1 and a 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Impressive,
did,
Ben.
Ben.
That's it for
I mean,
me.
you're rolling a d4, so it's a 1 in 4 chance.
I know. It's still red though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It still goes on the list of marks.
Right. Okay, this guy on the top here, who is no longer dazed because it's been around, he is going to... He's got one guy down there, one guy down there. He is going to do an... He's going to do a combat maneuver. He's going to do harrying fire. So let's see if this actually does it this time. Nope. Nope, doesn't do it. It's AC 15, god fucking.
Oh,
Alright,
is
and-
AC 15 frustrating to try to hit, is it?
Sorry, Ben, I don't... What? What was that? Falling rock? In the spaceship?
Why are there rocks in here?
The guy on the bottom here, he does not get the harrying fire bonus, but he still gets the... No, he's flanked, actually. Or no, he isn't.
Well,
Or, no, he is. He's flanked, but he can... He's flanked because of that, but he is also flanking Royce. What would he do? He's going to hit 12. He's going to try and keep hitting 12 because 12 has just been a fucking pain in the ass. Casting shit. He has still a shotgun, but he's out of ammo for that shotgun, so he's going to use his move action to switch to the hammer, and he's going to hit you with the hammer.
He's gonna try.
22 versus AC.
That just hits.
Yeah. 6 damage.
Alrighty. And I am out of stamina. And does it carry over when you get to 0 to the health?
Yes.
Okay, so, and I'm starting to take health damage.
it just hurts a little bit.
Starts a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Screek, it's your turn.
Okay.
I did not think this was going to be this horrible of a combat.
So-
Their AC is huge!
That's the AC they're given for a 1/3 monster. I don't know what you want from me. It's like it's a standard.
I'm gonna shoot at one. Do particularly nothing productive, and then I'm gonna shoot at him with my las pistol from my drone.
Let's be honest here. You haven't
And do
rolled a
particularly
decent.
nothing.
You haven't rolled decent at all because there's no creature with AC 7, okay, or AC 5s.
Rats. We could go kill some space rats.
Yeah.
No, rats even have an AC of 10. Like it's the minimum. I think. Like
I
it's...
proceed to do nothing productive. Please move on.
All right. Well, he's dead. So we go to Royce. Royce, you're up.
You're gonna stab the fucker.
Which one you stabbing?
Well, I can't get a bonus to either of them, right? Because I'm
You
flanked.
can get the one to the bottom one. Because the bottom one's flanked by 12. So you can get a +2 against the one to your.
All right, then I'll stab him.
All right. That's
16.
16 at EAC. You hit.
Okay. How do I add that bonus to my damage roll?
Just tell me what it is. It's
Just a +1 bonus to the damage
All
roll.
right. Well, you did 9 damage. He's dead.
Yeah.
Like he's paying attention. He's paying attention to 12, and he's just like keeps trying to. He's just trying to hit him, and you just come up behind him, and you just like stab him in the neck, and it just like comes out through the throat, and then it goes back out, and he just like slumps down.
Oh, thank God.
Again, being the only useful character.
I'm not a combat
Except for, no, 12 got the days off. 12 got the days off, which probably saved Royce from getting
12's
shot.
been helping.
Yeah.
Hey, I did damage.
I have rolled, I believe, 7 times in this combat. One thing.
So, NG, you bet. Nope, he's not. Okay.
He's just gonna try to shoot the guy.
He'll start shooting.
God damn it, NG.
He keeps insisting that Chinese internet's great.
It's good.
I've known him for 3 years. His Chinese internet's never been great.
It's never been
Well,
good.
no, you maybe you're misunderstanding. Maybe it's great for China.
God, I hope not, because that makes it very sad. He's gonna do a standard. He's gonna do a full round action on the guy in the top. He's gonna fire it. Let's see here. He's gonna fire it. -4. It's 4. That is a 14, which misses, because God.
Wouldn't be 16 minus 4 be 12?
12.
Yeah, 12. Whatever. Fuck it. Doesn't hit. It equally whiffs.
Alright. Well, I haven't done this one yet, but there's only like a 15% chance of this hitting. So, I'm gonna use Energy Ray, and I'm going to cast a ray of acid into his face.
Oh my God!
You sure you don't want to step to the side a little bit, because Ray's a line that would hit Royce.
I guess I'll move up into the midst of the gore.
All right.
And yeah, I guess that's okay. And we'll cast Energy Ray. That does not hit.
What is this? This is a this is EAC.
EAC.
EAC. You hit.
Oh, I thought his EAC was 15.
But yeah, you rolled a 15.
Oh, I thought in this one it didn't. I thought you had to beat it.
No, you just had to hit him.
All
so
right.
you actually hit, and what's the damage for that?
2.
3. Oh, it actually did roll the correct
Yeah.
die.
It rolled a 1d3. I got 2. He takes 2 points of acid damage on his face.
All right, he is bloodied. He's bloodied. He's hurt.
His face skin is melting.
All right, he's out of ammo on a shotgun, so he's going to drop that, and he's going to bring out his hammer, and he's going to... Actually, no, he's not going to do that. He's going to keep the shotgun, and he's going to run.
Understandable. Understandable.
He's gonna do 5, 10, 15, 20. You get an attack of opportunity, Royce.
Come back here, you son. Nope.
You miss.
Come back here! You're just shouting.
Durgar is done.
I'm back.
Streak. It is. Are you sure you're back? We've gone through 2 rounds of combat with you gone.
Roll 20 for me is just being a bitch at the moment, but I'm now back in.
All right. You failed to do anything in your 2 turns, by the way. Screek, it's your turn.
Yep, I know. I'm just measuring distances. I'm getting used to weapon ranges.
Yeah.
Okay. So, would it be a quick action to dismount off of my drone? Just jump off of it?
I'm gonna say it's a movement action.
Okay.
Swift actions are really reserved for just like changing grips on weapons or dropping prone. So unless you're like jumping off and like belly flopping onto the ground, yeah, it's not really going to be a thing.
Okay. And you only get 1 swift action, right? Per turn.
No, you get 1 reaction per turn. Swift action is kind of it doesn't really register. It's like a
free action.
I'm gonna throw myself off, belly flop. Then I will use my racial trait Moxie to stand up from prone as a swift action. So I stand back up, dust myself off.
Okay, I can respect that.
Move forward again. Son of a bitch, step on the dead body.
on top of that thing.
And then
Now-
proceed to shoot the guy as he's trying to run away.
All right. I'm gonna say since he's not.
Something.
Holy shit! You critical hit. So I want you to. You already rolled a 3. I want you to roll another d6.
Apparently, rats can only kill things when they're running away from them.
Okay, as he's running away without even let me finish. I was gonna say he's had flat-footed AC, but no. He's just like running. He's still got the shotgun, but it's just like just like you just boom. His head just ceases to exist and just on the ground.
Hey, this one finally hit something.
Yeah, there is now calm falling over the
Puts handgun away.
the
Walks
combat.
over to the shotguns. Checks how much ammo there is left.
So we're out of combat now. We can use this map for you guys to actually see things. So yeah, you're in the middle of the hallway. There's now a lot more blood and gunshots and shit like that on the ground. But it is now quiet.
Is this a first aid kit up here?
Yeah, those are all first aid kits along there.
Royce, I'll get to you in a second. I'll treat you.
I'm going to take a moment and I'm gonna like lean over and I'm gonna start cutting off a piece of Duergar skin to sew over that hole in my gimp suit.
Okay.
While he's doing that,
What's your alignment?
Lawful neutral.
Okay.
Nothing I'm doing is against the law.
I'll have to think that one over. Okay.
It's fucked up.
Going. All right.
I'm going to search the shotguns and search for ammo, for how much ammo they have left for a shotgun.
All right. You search through the. Actually, hold on. There is a. I don't know fucking what the skills are. There is. Yeah, it probably wouldn't matter. You go through the bodies. You find 10 shells on each of the bodies. And the shotguns themselves seem to hold 4 shells. So the 2 guns are empty, but the one guy that never got a shotgun out is a fully loaded shotgun.
Okay, I take the shotgun, I walk over to my drone, and I add it to the second weapon mount that I have, because I have 2. And I equip the drone with a shotgun.
All right,
Yeah.
that'll take some time to do.
How are you gonna look up the shotgun?
Oh,
It's
I was
utility scattergun.
I was
Utility
looking up
scattergun.
I was trying to find the hammer, but yeah, never mind.
It's an assault hammer, is what it's called.
Yeah.
We
no.
should have kept one alive so we could have found out if there's anyone else on the ship, or how many there are.
I tried.
You
You
tried.
should've
You
had-
eviscerated them. What did
You
you
should've
try?
mentioned-
you took the head off one of them. The only one who tried non-lethal damage was Jones. And he-
don't have
That's what I was hoping was
I
that I
started
could
with the
daze that
promise.
one. We could take out the other 2, and then we'd have one we could capture. But it didn't work because none of us could hit anything.
Squeak.
All right.
Yes?
Just as a question for you guys, because I can't see the map in your guys' view. You can tell where the doors are, right?
Yes.
I can assume
There's
where
one
the
right
doors
across
are.
from the med kit I'm standing on, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the doors.
Are all of the gray like? Are those all doors?
Yes.
Okay.
Holy shit, there's a lot of doors in this corridor.
Yes.
Does anybody mind if we take a quick break? We're about
No,
halfway in.
I was
No,
gonna say,
sounds
yeah, let's
good.
take a break.
So I gotta go grab something to eat. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, same here.
This was hilariously bad.
I have a shitty little pistol. What am I gonna do?
No, I feel you, man. I feel you.
My guy's more suited for stealth and, you know. I haven't been able to buy any good weapons, so I can't even buy like a melee weapon.
Oh, I mean, that's why I'm looting the fucking corpses for actually weapons. I get 2 mounts for my drone, but I couldn't afford 2 guns.
Shotgun. I can't use a shotgun though, or like a big melee weapon. So the weapons they have don't really suit my character.
Here's the thing. This is why I like the drone. I can attach any weapon to the drone. It can have weapon. It can have melee or ranged mounts. So I have range mounts on it right now. So I'm just able to put all the weapons that I can't use onto the drone. And then have the drone use them.
Drone,
like, in theory, I could put a minigun on the drone. And I fully plan to do so at some point.
Do what now?
Put a minigun on the drone.
A mini? Oh, okay.
Because the drone is specialized to carry heavy weaponry.
I'm gonna try and find a good gun. I don't want a shotgun, because a shotgun can't hit shit, it seems like.
Well, it only has a range of 15 feet, dude.
Yeah. It seems like these weapons are underpowered.
Okay. What was that about complaints? Crimson?
Not a complaint. I was just saying it seems like some of these weapons are underpowered a little bit.
Well, they are starter weapons.
Yeah, we
They're the
are
cheapest
using
ones.
shit tier weaponry.
It's the equivalent of
Yeah,
having a standard sword in D&D or something like that.
Knife or something.
Well, no, because at any level you can buy a great sword and do 1, or 2d8 or whatever it is.
I mean, they do seem to be a bit lower, but maybe this just make combat last long. I think health is lower in this as well.
Yeah, because you can only have a certain amount. You can't have a lot of health in this game.
Like 10 health.
Well, yeah, HP doesn't really go up at all. It's your SP that goes up.
And my SP
Alright.
is only 7.
Yeah, well, your SP goes up every time
And then
you level
compare
up.
that to
Yeah,
what
every
we
time you level up,
compare
the
that to like
maximum increase.
So,
compare that to like D&D though. Like on D&D we had like 20 to begin with, 30, then 40.
I mean, if you have SP and HP together, I have 20. Well, not right now, but
Not anymore. Okay, so
So I fully mount my
so the medical kit on the wall, is that like a syringe I shove in my neck and just like, oh god, that feels good? Or is it
no, it's like
some form
it's
of...
like gauze and burn cream and stuff. It's a first aid kit on a starship. Like it's like in a hallway. Like it's meant like, oh shit, Jimmy's on fire.
I move over to Royce. This one can assist you in medical procedures. In medical procedures, sir.
God damn it.
Roach.
Can
Yes.
I perform first aid on you, Royce, please?
I mean, I can't because I have.
I have a med kit. Old med kit. I have actual medical supplies. So yeah, Roach, I'm going to perform first aid on Royce.
Alrighty then.
Just don't hurt me anymore.
NG.
It's gonna be like Zoidberg.
I mean, I can gauze
Can,
up
like
the
chop off his.
injuries.
He's like,
What?
oh, you don't need.
My
this."
mother
It's
was
like,
a
he
saint.
cuts it off.
What'd you want, NG?
Search the bodies for anything other than weapons.
All right.
Weapons. I just want to check them completely.
Yeah.
Loincloth.
You look through. You look through the bodies. What you find on them is pretty standard stuff. You find the armor. It's not sized for anyone here, but it's pretty
small?
standard. Like it's like well, it's sized and made for like a very thickly person that is small. Like it's dwarf armor. Like
Is there any way to improvise armor, Roach?
I mean, that'd be like crafting, which is a long-term thing that you'd have to do.
Oh, okay. It's a long-term project.
But
I
you
think
find
he's
that
trying to drape the armor over his robot.
Yeah. You find their hammer. It's essentially an assault hammer in terms of like how it's made. Like if you were in like a Union world, that'd be called an assault hammer. But it's definitely dwarven inspired with all of its runic shapes and how it's made. Obviously, the guns, and you find. You find 27 credits among all of them. Just like going through the bodies, you find a couple of cred sticks. They mounts up to about 27 credits. Or no, it mounts up to that'd be 27. Let's just round that to 30. You find 90 credits total.
Okay. Nothing else? Notes or like, family pictures or
No,
pictures of their poor Duergar children that are now orphaned.
On the back of it, it says, "I love you, Daddy. Please don't die."
Come home soon.
No, it's pretty Spartan. Pretty Spartan. Just the basics. Looks like.
Give me a cigarette.
foreign dwarfs.
Oh yeah, the one that was smoking a cigarette doesn't have a cigarette like pack. Just he had one, and it looks like it got crushed. So it's kind of sitting on the
Come through.
that one.
Okay.
Yeah, we came through.
So, is it possible to discern the original trail of blood from the corridor fill of new blood?
Yes, because it would have dried. Basically, the blood pool that you were following starts here, about right where the Duergar died. Up here.
Okay.
Is it possible to dual wield in this?
Yes, but I think you have to take a feat or something like that.
Okay.
So,
There's a double door over here. It's the biggest door.
well, big is obviously better. Android buddy.
When you go and look at it, it has a label. It says lift. It's the lift to the command deck.
Oh, are all the other doors labeled?
Yes, they are. You just ask me, and I'll tell you. Well, a lot of them are.
All right. I'm
Did
interested
the Ratman's
in
medical help me at all?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't.
13.
With your 13
Yeah, I was just performing basic first aid on him.
basic first aid, you're gonna have to enlighten me here. 'Cause,
Keep him from bleeding, keep him from burning.
well, he was stabilized, so I mean, yeah, he didn't go into first aid. It's like to stabilize people. Yeah, you first aid him. You put bandages on things.
That
but,
we'll have to do until we
right.
Yeah, if you take a 10-minute, if you take a short rest, Royce, and just kind of sit down and like kind of sit there for a minute, you could spend a resolve point to gain back your SP.
Yeah, and I could actually perform better medicine on you while you're doing that.
What's this door I'm standing in front of?
Let's see here. I gotta find you. Where are you at?
I'm at the intersection.
Oh, the bodies. Hold on a second. Let me delete these bodies just because they're not really
Behind the dead dwarf.
Alright, I'm gonna do that, by the way, Roach. I'm gonna...
Yeah, and I'll spend the 10 minutes also, Roach, to actually properly treat him with my med kit.
All right. A short rest. Just double checking here because it's very different. Short rest. Short. SH. Somewhere around here. I'm gonna say short rest 10 minutes. Fuck it. That says crew quarters 1. Ben. That's what that door says. Yeah, crew quarters 1.
Boop.
All right.
Oh, Jesus. More Duergar!
The door opens.
I would imagine that if there was more, they would have heard the commotion and the gunshots just echoing everywhere.
Yep. The door opens, and you see revealed in front of you. It's 3 bunks and a couple of lockers.
All right. Is this a like an open tablet on the bed here?
It is indeed.
Ooh, I want to check this thing.
All right. It does not seem to be. By the way, there is blood on some of the sheets in here.
I'm not concerned about that.
Some fighting. All right.
It's human blood.
Yeah.
Organic. It's organic blood.
Yeah, it's not a whale. Yes, the
stuff. Yeah. Do we give oil when we get hit?
I'm assuming you have some sort of.
I would imagine we're like the
circulatory-
androids and aliens. Like we have some sort of
white.
juice.
Yeah, white android juice.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually not that good. Yeah, it's like a little laptop, like personal computer thing. It's not locked. Like there's no lock screen on it. It seems to have been in the it has a message that was recorded, like a journal entry recorded. It's got that program up, and that's what's up there right now. Do you play it?
Yeah, I want to know what this is.
Okay. You see in front of you kind of like a youngerish, Liz Hunter woman, kind of dressed in the uniform of the ship, like a crewman.
Is it a dwarf or a human girl?
Liz Hunter, which is Liz Hunter is one of the classes. Let's say
forearm,
one of the races. No, the Liz Hunters, if I remember correctly, they're the ones that have the antenna, the humanoid antenna ones.
Andorians.
Yeah, kind of. And it kind of starts. It starts, and you see her kind of adjusting the camera a little bit as she's kind of sitting on the bed, and she just goes, "Okay, 7th day of the journey. Everybody's saying we should be out of the drift in a couple hours. Still not sure what we're doing right now. It's actually kind of weird. I've been talking with some of the crew, and nobody's talked to the client that hired us but the captain, and that's not normal. Worst is not even oh, what is it? Trep knows what we're doing or what we're trying to get. It's just I'm getting bad feelings about this.
Bad juju.
And let me tell you, I am ready to get out of this ship, even for just an hour. Because I gotta tell you, those scientists and those people we got cooped up in this ship, they're gonna drive me batty. And it just starts going into it's a journal. It's a journal just talking about that. And it just ends like with saying, "All right, see you tomorrow," and clicks off. Personal journal, just basic stuff.
We watch another.
Stop going through people's lives. Fucking androids.
So are the other items lockers, cabinets?
Yeah, they're like a personal.
All right. So can I rummage?
You can. It's basic stuff. Okay. It's a couple clothes, some pictures, stuff like that.
Any hats? Are there any hats in there?
Yes, I guess.
What kind of hats?
Oh, man.
A ball cap.
I'm gonna take that.
Okay.
What color is it?
It's black, and it has the ship's insignia on it.
All right, I'm gonna put that on. I'll wear
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Can I look under the beds?
Yep, they're bolted to the floor. So, no.
Nothing under them. Okay, can I look in the beds? Like pull up the sheets.
All right, they are beds.
The beds.
Alrighty. Shall we check another?
There's the first aid that fucking Ratman does after the 10 minutes thing. Does that have any effect? Bonuses, things like that?
Let me check. Tog, you should really write this stuff down if you're spec'ing it so that you know what it does.
Okay.
'Cause it's not my responsibility to keep track of your character. All right.
Coach, what does this still say?
Hold on, I'm checking something right now. First aid. Yeah, that is not listed in the back. So, Tog, you figure that out. Well, that one says restroom.
Alright, can I open it?
Ding ding.
I don't know what noise these doors make.
It's just a.
I'm gonna look at P6 going into the restroom, and I'm just gonna go. Do you have a coolant leak?
Yes, just give me a second.
You see inside, pretty standard, small restroom. Shipboard standard.
Disgusting organics. All right, is this one a restroom too?
The one you're at right now. It says galley.
What about the one on the opposite side?
It says passenger quarters.
Okay, yeah. Was he taking any bleed damage, Roach?
No.
Okay, then. It has no mechanical effect in game, Chris, but my character does bandage up your wounds and stuff.
Yeah, I just looked that up. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
if
you had
you are spending
damage,
time, if you are spending a resolve point or whatever, yeah, if you're spending a resolve point to get stamina points back, I think after a short rest, if you do that, you get all of your stamina points back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just keep track of that. Okay, so what are the other two doing while they're doing all that? Or
I want to open the passenger.
Oh, yeah,
room.
he'll take the passenger, and I'll take the galley, and we'll like synchronize, like 3, 2, 1.
There you go, quicker.
all right, P6, you look inside there, and it's like a horror show. It looks like half of the people here were in bed whenever the attack happened, and they just got mowed down. The others look like they were getting ready to defend themselves, but yeah, they did not have a chance. Just bodies.
Oh no! They've ruined these lovely beds.
How are you people both not neutral and lawful evil, respectively?
Neutral. I just don't.
How does disliking organics make us evil?
You wear their skin.
I said I have
my
gimp suit is human-like skin.
Is there search the
Can we
footlockers?
should we search the bodies?
Yeah, if you spend, let's say you spend how long on this?
Oh, I can do it. The others can go off to the other rooms.
I don't trust you.
All right, do a perception check.
Oh.
Let's say you spend time searching, do a perception check.
Oh, I'm not very good at perception, apparently.
You go through basically a lot of the footlockers and you know, some of the pockets of people that you can. And you're not really finding anything too useful. Like it looks like most of these guys were just getting ready for an expedition. Like they don't have guns on them.
What kind of wounds?
Looks like ballistic wounds, like
Bullet holes.
like a shotgun.
All right, so
That they used to try and kill us and failed.
all right, next door.
That says it says crew restroom.
Yeah, boring. What's this one?
Human bodies are so fragile.
What about
This one says armory,
Oh yeah.
and it has a lock
Okay,
Which-
hacking that
which-
shit.
on the door.
Yeah, we're I'm interfacing with its interface.
Which door? Wait.
What door, Roach?
We're
What
12's
I'm
out.
standing on.
Oh, okay, from there.
Okay, that's on page.
Oh, how would we hack it? Would that be with
That would be with
engineering?
computers.
With my computers. Okay, I can do that.
All right. Yeah, you could try getting through.
How's 25 suit you?
Jesus.
Now he rolls
Here's all the
high.
fucking rolls. Yeah, you
You
go
really want to get in the armory?
you go through and you basically just kind of hack into the system using your cyborg or android knowledge. That's
Cyborg.
basic. Or,
Fuck
I mean, of android
you.
knowledge.
No
It's
organics
pretty
over
basic lock system, but it does look like it was locked out from the bridge. But now it's
Starts
open.
making the R2
bypass
noise.
And yeah, the door opens now when you press it, and you see inside again. Everything's in emergency lighting, but a small room.
Oh, what's this doodle next to me?
That seems to be an inventory computer.
Ooh,
just
yeah.
basic.
Bloop, bloop. I want to see what's on the inventory.
Okay. Well, while you look through that, what were you asking, Royce?
I want. Are these like lockers? Like.
Yes, they seem to be arms lockers.
I want to look and see what's in them.
I will also.
Well, they are
look through them.
closed.
Oh, they're like locked from the inventory computer.
Well, they're closed, and
I tried.
Not transparent, and they have what seems to be a lock system on each individual locker.
Mechanical or computer?
Both.
Can I
do
try?
everyone inside? Everyone inside.
When I see them start to mess around, I back out of the room.
Okay. Everyone who's inside of the room, make a perception check. Screek, you see in the corner, kind of just like almost haphazardly, kind of shoved into this like a corner part of the room next to one of the lockers. You see a small, like, what are they called? Like a pelican case, like a little small pelican case kind of thing.
Right.
And its lock seems to be busted. It doesn't look like it has a bottom latch to it. It's a mechanical kind of just latch system, and it seems to be busted. It's just sitting on the ground.
I move over and inspect it.
All right, it's labeled flashbangs.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
I open it very slowly to check, feeling if there's like any strings or such along the base, like if it was trapped.
Do a perception check. You don't feel any.
Okay, I lift it up slowly.
All right.
Look at it.
Inside of the case, there seems to be 4 standard flashbangs.
I take them and put them on my carrying.
Having succeeded in a check to figure out things about the Duragar, you know that Duragar have a severe light sensitivity.
Yes, this will work nicely. I put them on my grenade bandolier.
It's almost as if a proper stealth check by a human operative with I don't know, players named Snowfox would have been able to.
Okay, I rolled a 19 on perception when I was checking out the Duragar.
Now, can I try and?
No, not checking out the Duragar. Maybe a stealth check to cross the hallway and got into the armory.
I've got good stealth. I would have done that.
Nobody tried it. Nobody
he started talking. He started talking to them straight away.
So can I try and hack one of the lockers?
You can certainly
exactly
try.
what I would have done.
Okay.
And you said it also has a physical lock.
Yeah.
Can I work on that?
You can give it a shot.
Sleight of hand or something else.
I'm gonna say fuck. That is something. Hold on, I'm gonna get one of your guys' sheets up because
just be a dex
NPC
check.
sheet does not have a full skill list. I'm gonna need you to roll a. I'm gonna say sleight of hand.
Yeah.
I gotta say sleight of hand. That seems to work.
I've got good sleight of hand.
You finagle with it a little bit, but it doesn't seem to budge.
So would it be computers for hacking?
Yes.
All right, that is a 20 because I get a +1 due to bypass. Because I am skilled at getting inside computer systems and electronic devices. I gain a +1 insight bonus to the computers and engineering skill check.
Right. You try and get inside of it. Like you're going through. You're using all your tools to hack, and you're not making a lot of headway. The system seems to be really hard coded.
Like, does it seem to be hard coded from the bridge? Like, what was the lockdown
you think
order on the
these things are tied into command codes in the ship itself?
Okay. Which means if we get to the bridge, we might be able to find out someone or something to help us unlock these things. Maybe. Could I take a look at the inventory computer?
Sure. It lists basic rifles. basic pistols, rifles, stuff to like repel boarders, basic armaments. Nothing too fancy.
Okay. It doesn't have any coding on it that would unlock.
No, it does not.
It's just a manifest?
Basic inventory, like manifest.
Okay. All right, then I'll leave that room.
This is that bathroom that 12 found.
That is a bathroom. Why don't I? I'll just go check the bathroom, make sure there's no squishies in here.
I'm gonna check one
Corpse
of the.
in the tub.
What?
No.
What is the door that I'm at? Reed.
Main engineering.
I'm going to try and open it.
Okay. You try and open it, and you're getting the same error that you tried getting into the locks in the armory. It seems to be locked out from the bridge.
Can I try and bypass it?
Yeah, you can give it a shot.
What's the door I'm at?
17.
You do not. That one says secondary storage.
Okay, I want to try and open it.
All right, it opens straight up. You see two cargo boxes, kind of just sitting in like what looks to be like a broom closet kind of thing.
I want to see what's in it.
You open it, and it looks to be one of them's like packaged meals, like food for the crew. The other one seems to be like spare parts for the ship, just basic supplies.
All right.
NG, the door you're at is labeled airlock.
So don't go out there. So let's not die, please.
I'm gonna walk up behind.
I'm just gonna keep.
P6
I'm gonna keep
and
pondering
just
it.
Whisper in his ear. Do it. Go ahead, do
You
it.
people, Ben, you do realize, Ben, you're semi-organic, right?
No, I'm not. I am an
realize
android.
that.
I am
No,
no
you
organic.
have organic parts. You require breathing, eating.
I'm aware.
sleeping.
I am an android. I have no actual organics to me.
Royce, the door you were standing at is labeled crew quarters.
Okay, I want to go in there.
All right, you open up the door. Looks very similar to the otc quarters you found. Basically, almost a mirror. It's 3 beds and a couple of storage boxes, but unlike the other one, it doesn't seem like this one's got anything sitting out in the open. Doesn't seem like fighting went on here at all, even. Like, it looks like this one was not occupied when things went down. Screek. Yes?
Can I check that computer for any passwords?
Sure. Give me a computer's check.
There's.
You go through, and when you start trying to get into it, it seems a lot of the data on here is like password locked, and you cannot get into it.
Can I search in this room?
Sure. Give me a perception check. Screek, the door you're at is labeled escape pods.
Out of
Can I
it.
open it?
Sure. You see a long corridor in front of you, and the entire top part of the corridor has got small doors along it, and they're labeled pod 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5, and 6.
Do any seem to have fired?
Nope, they all seem to be here.
All right. Guess I make my way to the lift then.
P6, the door that you were just previously at, in the airlock room, was labeled computers. Our primary computer core.
Alright, can I open this door?
Nope. It seems to, again, be locked from like a command code or from the bridge. Like, try and do it, but it does not. Oh, it does not want to budge.
Even try computers.
Yeah, you can give it a shot. No, you do not.
It explodes, kills me.
All right, let's go to the bridge.
Yep.
There was nothing else in the cargo room, right?
No, well, you went through everything. He's got the 6 pods, your lockers, and those 2 storage crates that just kind of sitting there.
Join me at the lift, Royce.
Right, I'm gonna call the lift.
Yep.
Well, it is already there.
All right. Boom, boom.
Me and me robot are gonna step in.
Yep, seems to be a normal lift.
All right. How many levels?
Just 2. You got you have primary deck and command deck.
All right. Do the command deck.
All right.
I blippity bloop the command deck button.
Alrighty then, you guys. Hold on a second. I am going to.
Get your guns out.
Going to move you guys for a second. So
I start hitting my whooping stick in my palm.
Be prepared. There might be enemies.
All right. You should be able to scroll down a little bit or zoom out.
Probably hostile life.
You should see a where your tokens are at now.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it goes ding, ding. Your command deck.
All right,
you
so
are...
let's all get all right, guns out, buns out here. Let's go.
Yep.
You guys can go first.
I'm moving
All right.
behind my drone.
Bloop the button.
All right.
Send the drone out. Send the drone.
Yeah, I've got my hand like on the back of the drone, like the SWAT
It's okay.
pose where they
It's
go
okay.
in behind it.
It's okay.
All right. The only other door here says bridge.
All right, I'm stacked up on you, Ben. Let's
All right.
go.
All right. Wait. What if we just open the door and whip the flashbang in there?
I could do that.
If it's a good person, it's not going to hurt him. It's just going to blind him and deafen him for a second. If it's a bad
person,
guy,
it's really
then we
gonna
rush
blind
in
him
there
deafen him.
and just start whooping some ass.
Okay, I move up to the side of the door and wait for you to and key the door, pull the flashbang out, pull the pin, hold it, open the door, and throw it in.
Okay, so you're doing a bang and clear, like you're
Bang and clear, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then.
And that's when we realize the entire bridge crew is absolutely fine and just are now all deafened and screaming.
They'll be fine in 10 minutes.
They'll be fine in 10 minutes.
All the innocent children are being kept. In
That's where they kept all the nurseries
it's
and the
not
bridge.
Bad. It'll be fine. A little bit of bleeding from their ears is fine.
Just nothing but infants and elderly people.
I say flashbang, but in this thing, it's just a flash. It's a flash grenade.
So
it just makes
it's flash and clear.
It's flash and clear.
Bridge actually stands for biological, restitution institution for
Dedication.
elderly.
What?
The I could have been infants.
Oh, infants, yeah.
Okay.
General elderly. There you go.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking.
I don't either. Help.
I just like to think that this flash grenade is almost as big as the little rat man is.
I'm 3 feet tall. Screw you.
Just a really big flashbang, he means. He doesn't mean you're
It's
small.
just a big fucking flashbang. It's literally this 3 feet tall flashbang and just pull the giant pin out of it and roll it in.
All right. So specifically, what is your plan?
Open the room.
He opens the door.
Wait,
first
toss a
the
grenade
flashbang
in.
in.
We wait for the grenade to bang or flash, and then we run in.
Okay. All right. So, who's opening the door then?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Drone's gonna go in first. I'm gonna follow behind the drone.
Wait, the question was who's opening the
who
door.
Who opens the door?
I asked who opened the door. Who's gonna open the door?
I'm gonna cast psychokinetic hand, and I'm gonna use my hand to push the button.
Okay. And Skreek, you're readying an action to.
Yep, and then I'm ready to just chuck the grenade in there and then go flat against the wall.
Okay. You may do this.
All right, so psychokinetic hand pushes the button.
All right. The The door to the bridge goes shh, opening.
Flashbang goes into the door.
Okay.
Or into the room, that is.
All right. So
I'll mark I have one less flashbang.
a flashbang. Let's see here. Flashbang does, I think it's 20-foot range. You're tossing it at full. I'm gonna say, all right. I'm gonna say that's your target. I'm gonna want you to roll a ranged attack.
Oh god.
He dropped it on the floor in front of us, didn't he?
Okay. So that
Who
was
gave Rat Man the grenades?
so that's a 1.
Isn't he? Doesn't he have proficiency with those?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
That's why he has them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
that's
proficient.
I need you to roll a d8.
Oh
Oh,
god.
it's gonna be which direction it bounces.
I hope higher numbers are better.
Nope, we're all blinded for like the next 20 minutes.
So the enemy's blinded, we're blinded, everyone's blinded.
Well, if you dropped it in front of us, we would be blinded and they would be fine.
No way. Okay.
What did Tog do? Please tell me it was great.
The Rat Man dropped it at his feet. It exploded.
Okay,
It burned him.
Screek, like pops the pan and the spoon goes out and he just like chucks it. He just like not even like leaning out and throwing it. Like it's like the wussy throw where you just like bang your hand against the side and it goes into the room. And you hear it go ding 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 ding. And then you hear actually hold on a second.
Infants crying.
I actually need to double check the equipment section on this thing for a second.
What did I do, Roach?
Give me a minute. Call back later.
Wait, is this a shock grenade or a flash grenade?
Okay, it's a flash
It's a
grenade.
flash.
So what is your dexterity modifier, Tog?
It is
Oh, okay.
current. It is +2.
So 12. Okay. 20. So let me just double check this. It's pretty... Okay. You toss it in. You hear ding ding, ding and an almost like you hear a feminine, like a deep but feminine voice on the other side of the. I'm just double checking this. Yeah, that is 1d4. Roll a d4 for me.
Okay. 4.
That's a d8. 4.
No, that's the D4.
Ooh. Okay.
I just
Oh, yeah,
rolled
that's-
the D4. That's a 4.
Now what you
Don't lie to
So
me.
you
Don't
hear from the other side. You hear from the other side of the doorway. You just hear that flash. Then you hear a feminine but deep voice. Just going. Ah! Ah!
All right, now we run in.
Yep, we go. Go, 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 go. Drum goes in first. I follow behind him, SWAT style.
All right, there's a Duergar in here. I'm just gonna go in there and start whipping it with my stick.
Go, 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 go,
So
go.
sure, go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna make the. I'm just gonna make up
I
the,
have movement for
the
that.
order.
5, 10. Yeah, that was plenty. I got plenty.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make up
I-
the order. Ben goes first. Ben, you run in and you've got your turn.
All right. Whooping stick.
Just whapping her over the head.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start whipping her
This
with the.
this creature is considered flat-footed
Which gives-
for
what does
reasons
that
of
give
hitting
me?
her. That gives her a -2 to. Oh, by the way, the creature you see on the ground, it seems to be a Duergar, but a female Duergar in much more ornate armor, and is clutching her eyes as like blood from the edges are kind of like going down.
Oh,
and just like hit, like going down like that. And to the side of her, like in a chair, but like strapped down to the chair, is the captain of the Minotaur, Captain. Hold on a second. Captain Becknor, who is a stocky human guy, but he seems to be like he's bleeding. His teeth is gone. Like he's just kind of like half on there, and he's also blinded. But he doesn't have the ability to scream right now.
I changed my mind. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna use daze instead, so that instead of just whipping the shit out of her, I just stun her so that we can just capture her.
So you're not only we're blinding her, but we're also dazing and confusing her.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. All right. Sure.
And she has to make a
will save.
A will save.
Of what was it again?
12.
It was 12.
Now, because she's fucked up, is that going to give me a modifier?
Nope.
Damn it. All right. Well, I'm still doing it.
It's her natural ability. Yeah, she makes it. You don't see that effect, but she's still like clutching her eyes and like that. So that's Jones's turn. Royce, it's your turn now.
I'm just gonna ask her.
Politely.
Ask her. She's blind and bleeding and screaming on the ground.
Well, I'm not gonna go stab her with a star sword. We need information.
Tie her up then.
I don't have rope.
I do.
It's the future. Who has rope?
I have like metal omni rope.
She's blind. She can't do anything. I'm gonna ask her.
Glad I haven't thrown my frag grenade in here.
Why they attacked the ship?
Okay, make a charisma check. All right. So you ask the question, and just the reply that comes back is "Ah! Ah!"
Rude.
Well, I tried.
Yep. So now we go into Skeeve's turn. Squeak. So I call you Skeeve.
That's fine by me.
And press my handgun. I just shout in undercommon, flip over, hands behind your head. And just kind of like kick her over so that she force her to lay on her back or belly first, and just put a knee on her.
Wait, this is gonna do anything.
I'm gonna need you to make
You're a rat.
Yeah,
we should have thrown him in with the grenade.
Strength check.
No, in the future, it'll be better. It's to just.
Okay.
I just kind of take the kicker.
Yeah, you can't get her to move.
We just have him pull the pin on the grenade, and then have the robot walk in there all together.
Bodily hurl the fucking
D6.
No.
It is now your turn.
I think it'd be great if we hurled the rat man in with holding a grenade.
Just knife in one hand, grenade in the other, just screaming. Go get him, Maddie!
Is the captain in?
The one directly to the right of the door.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna go up to the captain and I'm gonna check his health situation.
He's pretty fucked up.
He's bleeding a lot. Is he actually? So he's breathing still?
Yeah, he's still breathing. He's alive.
How
like
close is he to death? Does he need medical attention right now, or is he going to be okay if we left him for a second?
Give me a medical check. He'll be all right for a bit. You think?
You might want to ask the
might
doctor.
be okay.
You might want to ask the doctor to check.
I mean, it's up to you whether you want to trust 12 or not.
My medicine's not bad, so I thought I'd check for you because you're busy. You're busy, you know.
I'm busy playing
dealing
the
with the
police
girl.
officer. Stop resisting!
All right.
My guy's okay at lots of things, so he can kind of do things when people are busy.
All right. So that's the end of that turn order. That takes that one off. So okay. Now we go to the top of it. 12. It's now your turn again.
All right.
She's still screaming and writhing on the ground.
Fire up, 12! Fire up!
I've got 50 feet of metal coil, basically. I would like to bind her.
All right.
Kinky.
Says the man
Where'd
who
you get metal coil
forced
from?
a woman to flip over onto her stomach at gunpoint.
Try.
Do a... Let's see here. Let's see here. What would that work with? I'm gonna say make a... I'll give you a choice. Dex or strength check?
Dex.
Wow. Much wow.
We're so good at this.
Let's check this. It's gonna be opposed, so...
Still wraps himself up in it.
She resists you, like it's just like she's not doing anything and she's still clutching her eyes, but like you just can't get her hands off her eyes.
It's not that she's trying to stop you, it's that she's trying to stop the pain in her face.
It's just blind. It's just
My eyes! The bees are in my eyes!
That's the end of your turn, so Royce, it's now up to you.
Screaming, tire down!
Or I could just... Fine. I'll
Could
try
just
to...
kill her.
In the head.
Fine, I will try and tie her up with 12's
Just take the
rope.
rope off my...
Or someone's rope.
Yeah, I have rope on my hip.
Not
Alright,
using-
you go up.
Not using
You
mine.
go up to her. You go up to her. You take the rope that you were offered, and I need you to make a choice between strength or dex.
Strength.
It's got an 18 in every skill.
Oh my god, there we go. Finally, someone rolls competently in this.
All right,
in this
you
full
overpower
engagement.
her and start and get her hands down. And you put her behind her back and just tie up her hands. And now we are out of we're out of turn order essentially, and
right.
she is now restrained and blinded. Yeah, that is the end of that.
I'm gonna move over to the captain now and perform a
The
medicine.
doctor should come to the
Yeah, I'm
captain,
gonna move
please.
over to the captain and do a medicine check on him.
All right, do a medicine check. Okay, Jesus.
+7 to medicine. Woo!
Now you get a good roll.
Yeah, now you guys get a fucking good roll.
Yeah.
You do a check, and apparently P6 missed this, but Captain's wrists are split. Like he is
I'm going to immediately start
bleeding out on
first
the.
aid.
All right, you can immediately start doing first aid, but he is bleeding out, and yeah, he's not
My
unconscious. He's just blinded. And,
My first aid specifically states that it stops any bleeding damage and stabilizes them.
all right, so you begin doing that. But yeah, he is very close to death. He seems to be somewhat tortured with missing teeth and puncture holes and a lot of things like that. He's been like
It's a rough day. to say
somewhat
the
getting
least.
grilled for information. You think over the last hour?
Yes, as a standard action, I can use my medicine to stop bleeding or administer first aid to a dying creature that you can touch.
Can I,
I have
search-
succeeded the DC, which means he becomes stable and bleeding damage ends.
Well, external bleeding damage ends. Go ahead, Royce. What was that?
can I search the dwarf lady?
Sure. Do a perception check. You find basically the same things that you found on the other dwarves. She's giving you a lot of like she can't see and she's restrained, but she's still kind of writhing and moving around, and you can't really get a good. I mean, you can see she's armed in the same way, but you can't get to her pockets or anything like that.
Well, I'll take her weapons away from her.
Okay.
Just a quick question, Roach. Before we got put in the pods, did us four specifically, did we know each other?
Not unless you worked it out between yourselves. And
yeah, I'm asking, like, did we meet like before we got put in the pods? Like, did we?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you all showed up before you left. You all like got the entire like expedition got together to draw lots and who was going to go into the pods.
I know their name. Yeah, I know Royce's name.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Meh, nah.
Yeah, you'd know.
Maybe you should interrogate her, possibly, once her eyes have healed.
You know what's funny is that's the profession I chose.
Interrogator?
What, interrogator?
Interrogator.
Okay.
I thought you'd probably be the best choice because obviously me and number 12 are not very charismatic, so we're not going to be good at bluffing probably either. I would suspect.
I am bog average when it comes to that.
I will do that.
It's probably you.
The shotgun, scattergun. What is that? That's just the utility scattergun.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And how many rounds did she have?
She had 4 in the gun and 10 on a loop, so she's got 14 total.
While he's beating her, for
can I check the computers?
Yeah, just check the computers.
Okay. On the computers, you see that basically information is displayed. There is about basic stuff about the current engine output, energy output. Do a perception check, both of you.
That's not
good.
good.
Bad at perception.
That's a wisdom thing. Hey.
All right.
Hey.
There we go.
Jones, you spot one of the side panels. You spot an astrometric readout, and from looking at it, you're not in the drift. You're in real space right now, and specifically, you're in a star system.
So you have any information about nearby bodies?
Yeah, it's got a readout of the system. It's even got a name for the system. It seems to be charted. It says it is the Dreikel system.
You want to spell that out for me?
That is Drikel.
Drickle system.
The Dreikel
The
system.
triple system.
All right.
He was killed.
So I'm gonna announce that we're in the Drickle system.
All right. Roach, how long is this taking? Like, overall?
First aid, or
No, just the whole situation.
like since you woke up, or just this bridge clear?
This bridge clear. Like, when I started...
clear?
30
You've been at it for probably, you're going on maybe about a minute and a half now, just kind of in this, and
Okay,
yeah.
Now that I perform first aid as a standard action, I'm going to treat deadly wounds, which I can use. You can use medicine to restore hit points to a living, or wounded creature. This takes 1 minute, and the DC is based on the medical equipment used. If you succeed at the check, you restore 1 hit point per level or CR of the creature you are treating. If you exceed the DC by 5 or more, you add your intelligence modifier to the amount healed. A creature can receive this treatment only once in a 24-hour period, unless you are delivered in a medical lab, which allows you to do it twice.
Okay.
I am using a medical kit.
All right. You are using a medical kit in a bridge with no overhead lighting.
I have dark vision.
Yes, you have dark vision, but dark vision does not give you color or depth.
I don't need color.
So I have a DC in mind, so I have a DC for this, so go ahead and roll a medical check. All right. So you you work on it, but
I can't work in these conditions.
You're working on it, but you're having trouble. You're having trouble spotting it, and you're not that familiar with human biology. So you
open your second mouth.
You're trying to fix him, but it gets to the point where he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. He's going to. It's probably not going to be for a little while, but
is there a medical lab on the ship? We didn't discover one, right?
You didn't discover one, and you went through every door downstairs.
All right, so he's clearly gonna die. So I'm just gonna walk up to him and kind of like grab the front of him and pull him in a little bit, and just go, "What are we doing in the Drickle system?"
He's like, he's half delirious from blood loss. He's like,
fucking blind.
He can hear.
Actually, no, that would have worn off by now for him.
Ben's gonna sing him a lullaby.
He can kind of see you, and he's like, it's just we were supposed to come here. This was where we were supposed to go.
For what? For what did we come here for?
We don't know.
You don't. How do you not know? You're the captain.
He's dying, 12.
Did anybody free his hands?
No.
I'm gonna assume Screek did when he did medical treatment to him. He kind of like brings out what looks to be a data stick. Just put this in the computer. It'll tell you what you need to know.
All right, I take it, and I'm gonna put it in my personal computer.
Personal computer?
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything.
Okay.
The mainframe computer.
Even though I have a level 2 computer.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Put it on this
brings
computer.
up and it says data requirements not met. Or yeah.
The mainframe computer. Try the mainframe. How long? I ask him, are you in pain?
What? He's been tortured for an hour.
As in, how much pain are you in?
All of
On a
it?
scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what frowny face are you?
Is it this one?
or is it this one?
Do you have a headache?
I'm asking him if he wants to be coup de grace.
You're asking to kill him. You're asking if he wants to die.
Rather than him suffering because I can't save him. Would he rather die peacefully and quickly or die slowly and painfully? Because of his
To take
injuries?
away the pain, Squeak?
Yeah, what about morphine? Like just
Any drugs take the pain away?
Is it a
maybe-
waste?
pounds of morphine, that'll do it a lot better, and he'll feel
He
better
might
before
be,
he goes.
and he might be able to speak a little bit more about some information.
But he's like, no, just
Okay, then. Do you want something for the pain?
Oh,
I pull out my morphine patch.
So like a nicotine patch? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, no. Before you get to it, he kind of summons up some strength and says, "Computer, transfer command codes of ship to all non-Dwarf Beauregard
Stop
life
him.
signs aboard the bridge." And it's just like you hear a then a computerized voice says, "Command codes transferred."
All right, so I would immediately like to go to one of the nearest computer and open up every door, including the airlocks on the ship, except for this one.
Even the airlocks.
Yes, I want to vent the ship.
You want to vent the ship.
If there's any Duergar left
It's a bit
on it,
smelly. It's all dead
There could be-
bodies.
Ben,
Make an intelligence check, Ben.
okay, this is my wheelhouse. 11.
Okay, well, it's pretty, I mean, it was a pretty low DC. Ben, Jones 12 is pretty sure, actually, no, he's pretty certain. One, every door was opened and checked, except for the ones that were locked.
which could have
Two.
survivors in them.
Yeah, could have survivors. Two, everyone on this ship eats, and venting the ship would not only probably destroy the food that you would have to eat on the ship, but also probably vent it into space through explosive decompression.
That's the idea.
And yeah, well, food. Yeah, you need food to eat. You need to eat.
I got food on me, so.
And three,
Food on me.
one of the panels on this ship is a life signs detector.
I was about to say that. How about you check if there's other people still on the ship before we vent it?
All right, I'm gonna like bloop in the commands to do everything until there's one button left to push, and I'm gonna like go for it, and then I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna go over the other panel. And I'm gonna check for life signs.
Okay, there is nothing else alive on this ship.
Boop.
You just open it.
You motherfucker.
Just okay. Yeah. You.
Well, there goes all our food. We're gonna starve in space.
You're just.
What are you doing?
I'm making sure that the ship is safe.
All right.
There's a life sign sensor panel right there.
Yeah, I checked it, and I don't necessarily trust all this stuff.
All right.
This was supposed to be a 3-hour tour, motherfucker.
This is actually a multi-day, almost a week trip. So I hope you guys have food that to last you upwards of a couple of weeks.
I choose to. Well, I do. And I choose to believe that the big crate that had the food, the MREs in it, wouldn't fit through the doorway. Or it would get jammed up with the other crates.
So how did they get it in the ship, then?
Well, maybe the crate was, like, disassembled and brought in there, then they put the stuff in. Or, like, there's option
the
2, that
they'll
both try, they'll just curly and mow the thing, both of them will try to get out the door at the same time, and they'll both get jammed up in there.
All right. Well, we'll find out.
So did he also open the doors we couldn't open?
Yes.
Did that do that as well?
Yes. So the ship is now decompressed other than the command deck, which just consists of the hallway to the bridge and the bridge.
And I'm going to triumphantly turn around and just go, the ship is safe. And then I'm going to, without looking, I'm going to reach back and I'm going to hit the button again to seal the airlock. Leave all the doors open, but seal the airlock and repressurize the ship.
Yep, just like FTL. That's
exactly.
It's an FTL strategy.
If you hadn't used this tile set, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Ben, this was the only one. What was that,
Royce? Dwarf lady still blind and screaming?
Oh no, she's she's calmed down a bit. It's like she's
whoa. Where's do I have like external sensors? Yeah, yes. Because we can see the system. Where's their ship?
Do computers check.
Yeah, back in my wheelhouse. Not shooting things, but blooping things. Bloop. Okay, that's an average bloop.
Actually no, that's about average. Or wait, no, you have a plus like.
I got plus 6. That was a 9.
Yeah, okay, that was definitely center average. You do a scan, and short range sensors do not detect any ships.
Leaves us with 2 options. They were on the ship when we left, or they boarded, and then the other ship departed.
TL tactic, they teleported on.
Right.
Is that a thing?
I'll just ask the lady.
God, is that a thing?
In the Union, there's currently no technological transportation, but high-level wizards and other magical users have been known to use, like, transport spells.
I choose to believe that these are too low-level.
But between ships is very difficult, because relative motion is a thing, and you transport to a singular point in space. So relative motion, if you got ships moving across each other and you teleport, more often than not, you're probably going to teleport into space.
Or into the wall
of something.
I'm going to speak to the Dwergar in Undercommon.
Okay.
And ask her what...
I thought it was going to be, Royce.
I mean,
let the Rat Man do it. He thinks he can
speak it. Did anyone else can speak Undercommon? Okay, so all you're hearing is just...
Boonga, boonga.
Like...
That is some really... That's a... strange vowel sounds in that language.
Yes, it's a weird vowels and weird language.
I ask, what the hell are you people doing on board this ship?
All right, are you trying to like butter her up, or are you just straight asking?
I ask her and then say, I can treat your injured eyes and relieve the pain if you say yes. If you explain. Basically offering her medical treatment for her bleeding eyes in return for what the hell she doing on board the ship.
And then you see this like this horrible mechanical humanoid face appear behind him, and I'm gonna conjure up a little like bubble of acid in my hand,
she's
and I'm gonna say, and if you say no, I can burn your eyes out.
Do you understand what I'm saying, then?
Do a Okay, that's a multi-layered check there. If 12 did that, because I was going to say persuasion, but that would also be intimidation. Do a persuasion check, Screech.
Please, can I try to throw out an intimidation check too?
Let him do his first.
I'm not seeing persuasion on the skills list.
Persuasion. There should be.
There's perception, then there's physical science.
I guess it would be diplomacy.
Yeah, diplomacy. I'm not. Yeah, she didn't say anything. She's just staring at you. Just kind of.
Can she even see?
Looks like she can. She's watching movement around the room and stuff. I mean, she's still squinting her eyes and shit. But like, I mean, like I would assume, like if you caught the glimpse of a sun, like and, you know how there's those after images. She's just seeing an after image of like the bridge. You'd assume she's seeing an after image of the bridge in like shadow form with like an explosion in the center of it. It's just following wherever she's looking.
I sigh and I pull out another flash grenade.
Okay, so now you're doing an intimidation check?
And hold it out in front of her and go, do you really want to go through this again?
Alright. Yeah, do an intimidation check.
Fucking hell!
Well, what do you expect? You're a rat man. You're 3 feet tall, holding
All right,
a
so
flash
I'm
grenade.
gonna go up and I'm gonna push the back of the chair, so you know it like goes back like a dentist chair, and I'm gonna use one hand to hold one of her eyes open, and I'm gonna take the other hand that's got that little bubble
Well,
of
as
acid.
you're doing this, Ben, whenever you lean her back and like try to go for her eyes, you just see her kind of smile for a second, and go to the void in common, and you see her go like very, very hard bite down.
All right, I'm gonna cast.
I need you to make a reflex save.
All of us?
No, just Ben. Okay, so what you see, what Joan sees is you're going like this, and she bites down, and she says that. You see her head just go explode, and what would normally probably have been like massive amounts of shrapnel from the skull and shit. You don't get hit by any of it. You just like, ah! If you're good, and now you have a headless corpse of a.
God damn it!
Of a Duergar. It's seen. Do an intelligence check.
All of us, or
well, I guess if anybody wants to, if they were examining it, you're pretty sure she had some sort of last-ditch kind of protection or something. Basically, like a cyanide capsule or something like that. Except this one was a explosive.
All right, I'm gonna get out my computer and just like do a I'm gonna dictate note to self: do not capture Duergar. I'm gonna put it away.
capture no prisoners.
Capture no prisoners.
Just Duergar. I've been trying to capture one of these fuckers this whole time, and they just kill themselves. So
I'm going to search her.
All right. You search her, and you're not going to make the check because she's not really resisting anymore.
She's kind of dead.
You find on her 10 shells from the shotgun that Royce took from her. Her Duergar armor, it's basically the same armor as before, or the other ones had, except it's got more intricate designs on it. It's really higher ranking. You find not bad. You find 11 credits on her, just on a cred stick, and you also find a badge. Like it's hidden underneath the armor, but you find a badge on her.
Gonna look at the badge.
All right.
Examine it.
It's made of like a dark silver, like a almost like a, if you had to say, like a very tarnished silver, with a viper's head design on it.
Like, could I roll a culture check to see what the frick this is?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm a professor.
Yeah, you could do the same.
I know what this is.
You rolled a 21. you both look at it, and Screedy, you're not exactly sure. You've never seen a design specifically like this before. 12, like, you've seen designs, and you understand, like, in some cultures, vipers can be, like, the symbols of pestilence or death, or in cultures they can be seen as a symbol of renewal, or you're not sure. In Duragar, there's not necessarily a big cultural significance of a viper, so you're not necessarily sure where this relates to. It definitely has some significance. It's intricately made, but
do you explain this, Ben?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take it, and I'm gonna keep it.
Could I unlock the armory, the cases in the armory from up here?
I already
They're
unlocked
already
everything.
open, aren't they?
there are,
You're not
well,
open.
No, he said the doors.
yeah, the doors.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, you're saying each paddock, yeah.
You can unlock the digital locks.
Can I see if they have the physical lock codes here? In the system somewhere?
Probably on that computer. No one, maybe.
Somebody still does have that data stick.
Yeah.
Who has the data stick?
Ben.
God damn it.
We're gonna never see
I
that.
mean, you would
data
know
stick
that
again.
because the captain.
Do I have my own personal USB port?
No.
Really? I feel like I would have paid for that upgrade. 3.0 at
Just
least.
like in your arm or something.
Just put it in the
But-
computer.
Just put it in the mainframe.
Shove it up your ass.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
He wanted to do that until Roach said no.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll plug it into the doodle.
Okay, so you go to like a computer on the bridge and plug it into one of the ports.
Yeah.
Okay. When you do so, the screen attached to the port that you plug it into, you see some loading. Like it's displaying some text, and it's like uplinking into primary sensor net. Uplink complete. Analyzing sensor data matches. Sensor data matches, and then you see it go black. And then you see on one of the hollow emitters on the console light up, and an image is displayed in front of you. It's of a humanoid shape, a hooded individual, seemingly sitting, kind of almost stiffly, in this image. And for a second, you think it's a still image, but it's just very very minutely moving. And then you hear, "If you're hearing this message, Captain, then I must thank you for taking this contract from my messenger. As you have no doubt seen, the system you are currently in has a Class 10 super gas giant. This giant has a vast network of moons. And on the 12th moon is a faint energy signal. This energy reading is a complex of ruins. And your target. Inside these ruins, you will find a room filled with vast treasures and untold riches. You are not to disturb these in any way. Only a single item is of importance. A small talisman. A necklace, if you will. Made of bright silver, with a dark green gem held in it by 2 jaws of vipers. Bring this to my servant on Caraway Station in the Asai system, and you will be rewarded greatly.
What was the name of that system?
Asai, S-I-S-A-S-I.
Who knew Voldemort was still alive?
Yeah.
I was going with Dark Plagueis, but okay.
Yeah, after the end of that, you see the image blank out.
Okay. So,
Should we go home then?
Do we have full control over this ship?
Seemingly so. Before, when you were looking at some things, a lot of things were locked out, looking for command codes or not recognizing you as an owner or operator or even crew member of the ship. But since the captain transferred command codes, it looks like the ship recognizes you as a crew member, and you're given access.
All right, so Royce, you go to the armory, check that place out. Ratman, down to engineering. Let's see what's going on.
Yes.
I need physical codes for the locks.
We don't have any physical codes.
Well,
Have you
shit.
searched the captain?
Captain's dead, by the way.
I'll search his body then.
I'm going to head down to engineering.
Okay, we're just theater of the mind in this from now.
Yeah, we don't need it.
We don't need the map. Okay, you search the captain. Well, Screek is going to the main engineering. You search the captain, and on him you don't really see much. Like, it seems like just his normal workaday stuff. Like, he's got a data pad on him that's got some like notes and crew rotation schedules, stuff like that. Basic stuff that he's like signing off at, keeping some notes, like replace primary buffer panel, stuff like that. You know, nothing too big. He's got a cred stick on him, but it's empty. Doesn't have anything in it. So it looks like he didn't have any money. Yeah, that's really about it. He doesn't have anything of importance on him.
All right.
And if he had anything, you think maybe it might have been taken and looked at by whoever was interrogating him, if you had to guess.
All right. And we already searched the door, right?
Yes.
All right, then I'll head down to the armory and look at the computer there.
All right. As soon as the other two leave, I hear the door shut. As soon as the other two are gone, I'm going to go up to P6 and just grab it by the shoulders and go, "We're the only intelligent ones here." I'm gonna wait. Yeah, okay. All right, and I'm gonna go over the computer and I'm gonna see if I can lock out any organic life forms from the command controls. As the captain.
You are not the captain.
He transferred all command controls to everybody on the bridge. Now that I have full command control over the computer, I would like to try
and every one of you is a captain.
Yes, and as a captain, I feel like I should be able to do the same thing he just did.
No, it's like admins. It's like admins inside of a thing. Like, you can't control another admin unless you're above on the rank. So like a mod can't do stuff to a mod. It's kind of like, it's conflicting interests. You can't seem to modify the other crew members' roles here. All of you seem to have basically equal footing in the system commands and the hierarchy.
Can I computer check this? See if I can find a way around it?
You can give it a shot. Nah, it's doesn't seem to really want to do that. Like, you'd have to take this to like a system engineer, like somebody who could, like, he's got the master codes for this, like, you know, like go to the manufacturer and get stuff done like that.
Okay. In light of that, can I make up a data-like code, like that one episode where he pretends to be Picard and he comes up with like this ginormous like 50-string command code to lock the actual consoles on the bridge?
Charlie 1267777.
Yeah. 77714 Charlie 774 Omega 174 Charlie initiate.
Doesn't really work like that. Like it doesn't really work like that. It's so who has command of the ship, who's listed in the registry as having command codes and is a captain, seems to have the ability to command. It doesn't. There's not like a secondary or lockouts or anything like that, unless.
Man, these computers suck.
They just change who's put as commander.
That's what I tried to do.
Yeah, but everybody's a commander technically.
So everyone's not a commander?
You know, everyone is a commander. Like everyone on the ship right now is technically a captain in the internal system.
See, what I tried to do is I tried to lock it out so only me and you could actually control the ship.
Yeah.
You also know that that would be very bad in terms of operating the ship, because if combat were to happen, technically control of the ship would also include weapons, and weapons are controlled from a separate command console. You'd need gunners, and you'd also need an engineer and a science officer and a captain. So it would to functionally work, you'd need a crew of people who have access to the computers.
Foil.
As you're doing this,
Maybe we might need more people to power the ship, number 12.
I thought 2 would do it.
It may have to be a necessary evil.
As you two are doing this,
agreed.
Skreek, you make it to the main engineering room, and unlike before, it opens right up whenever you press the button. And on the inside, you find a pretty mundane room. There's a large power generator that seems to be chugging along, and one engineering console.
I move over to the engineering console and try to assess the situation.
All right, everything seems green. Ship is currently powered at 100%. No major systems are down, and ship's basically just in station keeping right now, just staying still.
Okay. Is there a comm system, inter-ship comm system to the bridge?
Yep, from basically any control pad in the ship in contact.
I key it and send it to the bridge. This one has arrived at the bridge, or the engineering, and there is no damage that can be ascertained from the consoles to the ship. We should be ready to be underway.
Okay, this is the captain speaking.
What's your charisma again?
6.
You are not the captain.
Captain has to do intimidation and persuasion checks in combat.
I can pilot the ship because that is my.
You know what? I'm sure it'll be fine if he's the captain.
No,
This is the captain speaking. Thank you for your timely report. It is much appreciated. Please report back to the bridge after you lock down engineering. Out.
This one does not think you are the captain.
I already closed out the channel.
I'm the captain now.
Okay. Okay. I head back up to the command bridge after I'm finished with.
Does Royce get a chance to get into the weapons again now that at least the electronic locks are down?
Yeah, he'll get another chance. Royce, you get down back to the main deck and you get back to the armory. You find a pelican case denting the right next to where the elevator's at, when the
stuck in the wall.
When it opened, no, it didn't get stuck. It just dented it and it fell down, and it didn't move past that. But it seemed to have been propelled at a great speed directly out of that doorway, and you're gonna have to buff that one out. It's require a little bit of work. In the armory itself, nothing's changed because everything's bolted down. And you have 5 cabinets in front of you. It looks like the digital locks are all green. They're all ready to go, but mechanical locks are still engaged.
And I would like to check the computer for the physical codes, but also to is it like connected to the weapon systems, the ship's weapon systems? Or defensive
it's
system?
keyed into tactical.
Then I'd like to check the tactical systems as well.
Okay. In there, you find the codes for the lockers. They're all 6-digit codes, and from the tactical systems with clearance, you have the ability to change them into whatever you want, or use them as is.
Change the passwords on the weapon system?
Yeah, you can change the passwords to the armory lockers themselves.
Okay.
But yeah, you know the codes now, so you can open them.
All right. Yeah, I'd like to open the lockers, see what's in them.
Okay, one locker you find. What is it? What do you got here? You find. I've got it written down here. Let's see. I want you guys to know. Not only did I make this adventure in less than 2 days, but I also wrote up 4 pages of notes like this, just so I had everything for this goddamn adventure. So, you find in one of the lockers 2 energy pistols, level 1, with 4 charge packs total. And a single long rifle, like a single energy rifle with 2 charge packs.
Okay.
I'm going to take these as notes, by the way, guys, just because the way you know what's in here. In another one, you find a pack of fragmentation grenades, level 1. That's 3 of them, like in a bundle. One of them is empty. The 4th one has a couple of tactical knives in a box and a couple of stun batons, or not, just regular batons, not stun batons. And then you find the 5th one empty.
How many tactical knives?
You find what did I say? I think it was 4, somewhere on here. Yeah, 4. That's what I meant. If I said something different, it says here 4. So 4 tactical knives.
And batons, just the one, or
just the one.
All right. And can I check the tactical systems, the ship's tactical systems?
Sure, you can. In fact, now that you guys have command codes for this ship, you should now have in your journals a starship.
I already had that.
There's nothing in
blank.
it.
No, it just says starships is what you're seeing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you click that, it'll expand it and you'll see a starship.
Yeah, it's blank.
Yeah, I think it's blank.
Should be in all your
Notes,
journals.
we do have a starship character sheet.
Yeah, it's there. It's the sheet is empty.
Sheet. Oh, there we go. It's
Now I
starting
can
to.
see
It's
it.
still appearing now.
Oh, okay.
I see it now.
The one.
So you should have
Or dark.
the Manticore, which is a Typin class light freighter.
Yep.
It's just the starship. There's nothing else on the sheet. So it currently has a light laser cannon in the forward weapon. It has a light laser cannon and a micro missile battery in its forward arc. And its port and starboard weapons are both light laser cannons. It has budget short range sensors, good crew quarters, Mark II armor, Mark II defenses, and a Mark I duo node tier 1 computer. It has a cargo hold, escape pods and guest quarters, so it can technically hold 6 passengers, other than yourselves, and 25 tons of cargo. And what else does it have? It has a drift rating of 1, so it's not that fast, but it is highly maneuverable and etc. It has a shield system as well, but it's you only have 3 shields forward and aft, 2 shields port starboard. So that is the ship you are currently on.
Well, I will report the tactical systems to the bridge.
All right, so you're gonna boot me. This is the captain speaking. Very good job, Royce. Gather up the rat man. Report back to the bridge.
And then I'm going to clear the physical codes from the main computer, so just I know them.
All right.
So how come he can change codes but I can't?
He didn't change codes. He wiped them, and he's changing codes, not access.
Just not telling you.
He's not changing access to the ship or locking out individuals.
That's basically the same thing I tried to do.
Put it. No, I got rid of a notepad piece of post.
He got rid of the codes on.
I thought you were saying he was wiping the codes off there so that there weren't any codes on them anymore, and then he could
No, it was just the physical code, like a little notepad with the physical code on.
Yeah. I thought you were going to the mainframe and be like, I'm changing these codes.
No. He has the ability, if he wants to go back and can put his own code. You can change the codes for the armory things. That's freely available to anybody who has access to tactical at captain level. So, but yep, you gather up everybody, and you were all back inside of the bridge.
All right, I'm gonna dress the crew. I'm gonna take the body and slump it out of the captain's chair. I'm gonna sit down in the chair and cross my legs, and put my hands on the sides, like do the Kirk maneuver. Yeah, do the Kirk maneuver. And just be like, all right, crew, ship belongs to us now. And in light of the information provided to us by our holographic benefactor there, I think it is prudent to go ahead and complete this contract and then just trail off. All right, so
so you have
do I have like a captain's panel on my armrest or something?
There's no specific captain seat. There's seats all along the
all right, so I'm just panels. In the one that is covered in his blood.
Yeah, you're in one of the tactical chairs, because just so you, if you're looking at this right now, red's tactical, blue is engineering / science.
I'm gonna look over at P6 and go, P6, take the pilot chair.
Okay.
Set course for the 12th moon, orbiting the supergiant in this system. Engage. And then I'm gonna realize that this is the tactical station. I'm gonna get up and be like, Royce, tactical.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna look at Ratman. I'm gonna go, Ratman, any free seats?
It's like daring to command everybody.
I have no charisma.
Yeah, no, I know. That's the weird bit. It's funny that Royce is the most charisma in the party.
I'll just stare at you blankly and then go, I'll just take over engineering, and then go and sit at one of the engineering tables.
I want to see how this plays out.
I'm gonna cross my arms and just nod approvingly, be like, yes, good man, following orders.
So
take a seat. Okay. You took a seat.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Who was at science slash?
Well, let's see. We got someone on tactical, someone on engineering, and someone on the pilot's chair. So that leaves it empty. So
I guess it's you, Ben.
Yes, that's me.
Yep.
You are the scientist.
Yeah, make a life science check.
I can do that.
Make a life science check at +1.
That's the ship. That's not me. Whoops. The ship is making a life science check.
Be careful you don't edit that sheet because
I just blooped out of it. That's an L. Where's life science?
Life science.
Boom.
All right, you do a general scan of the dry cal system, and it looks to be very run of the mill. Nothing out of the ordinary from what you've seen, and just a cosmic, it's kind of normal. Standard F-type main sequence star at its core, and it's got 3 planets in the system. 2 of them are within 1 AU of the main star in the system. Both of them are just kind of lifeless balls of rock. Don't have any atmosphere, nothing like that. Just rock. But the 3rd planet in the system is a Class 10 supergiant. It's right on the edge of being a brown dwarf. It's from the readings you're getting, it's light green. There's a visual sensors showing it's light green with like wisps of white and a little bit of purple, kind of just barely noticeable underneath the surface.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a vast array of natural satellites. Over 90 moons orbiting this humongous planet.
Gonna be pretty chaotic up in there.
When you do the scan, you pay special mind to the 12th planet.
Yeah, I'm checking out
the 12th moon in orbit. It's larger than Earth, or it's larger than Mars. Not as big as Earth, if you had to put it in a size for you. Like it's like add 10% to the Mars. Add 10% to Mars. That's about as big as this moon is.
Endor.
Yeah, it kind of, and it seems to have a breathable atmosphere. It seems to be livable. Like the atmosphere's, it's not
tolerable.
It's tolerable. It's got a bit more nitrogen than what you'd be used to, but it's perfectly breathable. And it seems to be tidally locked to the gas giant.
Ooh, that's interesting. Can I get temperature readings on both sides?
Yes, you can. The side facing the gas giant itself is perfectly habitable. It's pretty normal, within tolerances of most sentient life in Union space. Within limits. But on the opposite side of the non-tidally locked section, it seems to be much colder. To the point that it would, when it's not directly facing the main sequence star of the system, it seems to produce ice instead of water. Whereas on the other side of the planet is liquid water. It seems the gas giant is, although not producing fusion and not a brown dwarf, it is still producing enough heat to radiate and allow liquid water on some of the moons that can support it.
Would P6 have plotted our course by now and headed us in that direction?
Yeah, it's generally going that way. The ship, at this point in the future, the ship, for standard stuff like that, it kind of just runs itself. And he's got it plotted.
That's a good man. Good android man.
But specifically, you take a deeper look into that energy reading. It is on the equator of the the actual equator.
Oh, not the. Okay.
Not the vertical equator, the actual equator of the planet at the point closest to the gas giant.
So it is So it's facing the gas giant.
How long is it going to take to get there?
It should take from where you're at right now. That'll probably be. It'll take about 2 hours.
Damn it!
2 hours to get there at normal speed.
All right, so P6 is Perry here? P6 T-pose.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. P6 put us in a geosynchronous orbit directly over the energy signature when we arrive at moon number 12.
If you answered Perry,
I said okie dokie.
Okay.
All right.
If we don't answer back or acknowledge that you said something,
I don't know how long to wait, so I waited. I wasn't sure if you were thinking of what to say next. It says on my voice connected, I got 3 bars. I'm green. So I thought it'd be okay.
Maybe for that Chinese internet.
Well, we are just at about 11:30. So do we want to? Do we have a natural leaving off point here?
We'd be stopping like in like 8 minutes, right?
Yeah, in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, sure, that's good. I'm just gonna say, because I said it earlier in the thing, let's just say this for the ability to open this up. 2 of the pods still had people in them, but they didn't wake up, and for some reason you guys didn't try to wake them up. That way the other guys could come in.
We were distracted.
Yeah, that way the other guy, and they didn't die when you vented.
Well, they were. I mean, those are like self-contained little things.
Yeah,
they're fine.
Yeah, so they're fine. They contain the other 2 party members when they decide to show up. I'm very disappointed in Snow Fox because he did not show. That kind of really sucks.
As we fade to black, I like to swivel to face away from the rest of the crew in my swivel chair, and I just like to say to myself, like, pull out my computer and start a log and be like, Captain's log. I've taken control of
November
this.
5th.
I've taken control over this. The fuck is the name of this ship? I know it's called the Manticore. What was the
Typing class?
This Typing class laser freighter. It's a small and weak ship, but it'll do in a pinch. Crew's fallen in line. I'm a little worried about the Rat Man, but the rest of them seem to follow orders quite well. I've formed a bond with the other android. He listens to me. He trusts me. And with this, we set off to the 12th satellite in the Drickle system around this gas giant. There we will find something. I know not what it is, but we will find out, and we will find this mysterious holographic being and thank him for disposing of the rest of the crew and gifting us with this magnificent ship. Captain out.
Face supply.
I swore around pilot slug.
All right,
I am now the pilot. I feel very comfortable. Comfortable is an odd feeling. It's a human feeling. Out.
So my chat goes, still no food. I have food.
I have food also, thank you.
I have a crystal that means I don't need to eat or drink.
Yeah.
Why are you fucking special?
Because he bought a crystal.
Since that's the end of of this session today, I like bringing back the tradition of back when I GM'd. Comments, criticisms, what do you guys think? Because this is the first time we played Starfinder, and this is the first time I've GM'd in almost a year. So.
Figuring it out.
Oh,
I mean, you only knew you were going to do it yesterday, wasn't it? We decided we were going to do it.
Yeah,
today.
I had 2 days to prepare for this.
It went pretty well in that case.
Anything that really went a bit weird was like we had to wait a long time sometimes for like rulings.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
weird. Yeah, we had to figure things out.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So like I said, that's the only thing. So I mean, you can't really complain about that because
Yeah. Well,
it's a new one, and we didn't have much time really. So
also pushing up the date hurt, but not only me, but you guys as well. Because normally you'd have like a week, like we'd have done D&D, and then you'd go like, okay, guys, make sure all your stuff on your character sheet's done, get all your rules down, everything like that, and then you would have had a week to prepare. But instead, we had You know, instead it was like, hey, Midge can't come, so hey, Roach, let's do Starfinders. So, oh, okay.
You could have said no.
Roach just starts crying.
You could have said no.
Like,
I am so sad my jolting surge did not work. Because
oh,
that would have taken out one of those in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Just when my supernova.
What'd you guys think of the adventure?
I'm disappointed Ben went out and talked to the dwarves.
Well, someone suggested I do that, and I have no charisma.
I have quite good stealth. I could have gone past.
If you suggested stealthing first, I would have said yeah.
Stealth
expected you guys to get to those.
So I could have stole his shotgun or something.
I expected you guys to get to those flashbangs a lot earlier. But what'd you guys think of the actual adventure itself? Like, we didn't get through all of it, but I'm trying something new. I'm trying to be more.
The adventure was fun. I'm liking it. The only thing I have to say was the AC on those damn creatures was so high.
Well, the way it's computed in in Pathfinder, like if I go to because I'm pulling the stuff right out of the bestiary for Pathfinder. And a Duragar in Pathfinder, which is at 117, because I've had to look at that fucking page like
so many times.
Hours. That's a Drider. It's a Drow. Duragar. The AC for a Duragar Pathfinder Duragar is 1/3 CR, so 3 of them make 1 CR, but it has an AC of 17. Even at 1/3 in Pathfinder, and how you compute that in Starfinder, since you have 2 ACs, is you go with the base AC for KAC, so AC 17, so KAC 17, and then you drop 1 for its EAC, so it has 16. It had a AC 17 KAC and a 16 EAC.
How did my 15 hit then?
Because I was getting really fucking tired of that combat, and I.
That's what was really confusing me. I thought I had their AC figured out perfectly, and that's why I was like, "Oh, that fucking misses."
Well, it was also perfectly 2 points away from hitting, and I decided he has flat-footed for some reason.
For some reason, because we've been doing that. I expected that to go pretty quick. Maybe they get 1 or 2 shotgun blasts off to kind of illustrate. That was like 10 rounds.
Yeah, no, it was a long time. It was long. I expected Snow to be here. Snow's an operative. Snow has really fucking good combat abilities if he gets behind some people, and he can stealth. So
I'm an operative.
Or not an operative. What is he? He's got something.
As I say, I'm an operative.
Snow's a
operative is not really great for combat. They're good for stealth.
Snow's an envoy. So he's a face character, but he's got but they're also very good in combat. So
okay, we don't need face characters. We have Ben.
Yeah, ain't Ben the best face character?
I mean, I just assumed the role of captain because that's naturally what my character would do, and nobody objected, so I'm just going with it.
Nobody listened.
No, you kind of went. I don't agree, but then you just went off and did it.
Thematically, what happened was I said, Royce, you do this. P6, you do that. Ratman, you do this. And I then went over to a computer, and everyone went and did the stuff I asked them to do.
Because it was beneficial.
Yeah. My character's not going to complain because my guy is a pilot. He always takes orders.
I mean,
that's his type of thing. He's always like, I just need to fly this thing out of here.
I want you guys to know that encounter in the bridge was supposed to be very different. Originally, there was going to be a were-rat in the bridge that you were going to have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I had to at last minute make stats for a CR1 Duragar. I had to go to an online calculator and advance it up, and it didn't even matter because fucking Tog got the luckiest fucking roll possible. He hit one of the tiles directly below it. And then it bounced 1 tile closer because he rolled a 1, which was within 5 feet. And a Duragar's light sensitive, so I doubled the amount of time that it was blinded. He rolled a 4, so it had 8 rounds of blindness. So it was fucking the perfect storm of a flashbang, and you just take out a fucking Duragar. a Duragar captain without fighting it, and it's that was.
Hey, I thought that was a good plan because we were just gonna bum rush in there, and then I was like, no, we could use our brains here. I'm smart. I'm not charismatic, but I'm smart. I'm the planner.
No, it was a really good plan. I liked it. It was a great plan.
I came after we did this. I came up with a better plan, though. That was to have Ratman dismount, and then just put the thing on his bot, pull the pin, and then have the bot walk in there, because then it can go.
No, we throw the Ratman in there while he's holding the grenade.
The problem with that is that one, how fast does that thing go? 30 feet. In 6 seconds. So yeah, it could make it. It could make it.
Actually, I mean, I would imagine someone seeing just this little like droid walking in wouldn't be like, "Let's shoot it." It would be like, "What the fuck is that?"
What's a human-sized droid? It's about a human-sized droid.
Oh, I thought it was like the size of him.
No, the reason he can ride it is because it's one size bigger than him, and he's a small creature.
All right, so it's just an android walking around, and it's not an android; it's a robot.
Yeah, it's a robot about the size of a man.
That's why I said we throw him in there with it.
But specifically, did you guys like the narration and all the atmosphere I tried putting in there?
Yeah, I liked it.
That was good.
Yeah,
great.
I liked the layout. There was lots of rooms. It was easy to search all the rooms and stuff.
Great, because I spent, like I said, 2 straight days typing up these notes and a new format that I haven't tried before, and I think I like this. So yeah,
there were things that were laid. There were things laid out in the rooms that maybe weren't necessarily going to be useful, and there are some places that were useful. I like that. It gives you options. It makes you feel like you're actually searching a place. Not just, okay, this is the story path. There's going to be an object in this room, obviously. You pick that up, take it to the other room.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a lot of those things there you didn't necessarily need to even go to. I didn't necessarily expect you guys to search every room down there.
It's like you said, there's that one room where all those people were dead. It's like there was nothing in there really that was useful. But then in the room in the armory, there's those secret hidden flashbangs. That way, it's like in some rooms there might necessarily be something useful, but then some of them might be completely nothing. But then there might be something you might want to take or something. Like the the laptop where we could look at the video of the girl that we didn't get any use from. But I like that.
Well, you did get some use of that. You got some information on your mission and what was going on before.
We didn't have to watch it. If we hadn't have found that, it probably wouldn't have made much difference.
Yeah. So
like that.
Yeah.
Overall, I liked it. That combat was way too long because of the rolls, but other than that, it was good.
Not much you can really do about that, though. In all honesty,
that's a lot about Starfinder. I think it seems like the damage, I don't know if it's just the weapons that we have. The damage you do isn't much either.
Well, it starts off bad. Like, it starts off really low. But you're more focused. But the combat characters do a lot of damage. Like, remember how Royce, he has 2d6 he can do after 3 rounds. And he just got a really shit roll. Like, he could have immediately killed those guys.
It's because most of us are not really combat characters. We're not one-on-one sort of combat characters. Like that doesn't make it as easy.
My damaging spell could have one-shot one of those guys, but I rolled like a 6 on it or something. Like it was this one.
I can hardly do any damage, basically. That's my problem. I'm good at lots of other
46.
Jesus, look at that. Now you roll a 17.
Yeah.
Roach, for those the pistols and the rifles, what exactly were those?
Those were the pistols were basic laser pistols.
The laser azimuth.
Yeah, the laser
the
azimuth.
level 1.
Yeah, the level 1. The rifle was the lowest level laser rifle you can get.
Okay.
So I think it was the laser rifle azimuth as well.
They're both.
But I don't think any of you guys can actually wield rifles.
No.
My robot can.
I also didn't take the shotgun because I can't wield it because that's a long arm too.
Yeah. No, that's really hurting you guys. You don't have a soldier on your party. I think maybe Midge will be a soldier
because that would robot my soldier.
That would really help you guys a lot because the soldier gets a lot of combat stuff, but they also get access to like better weapons. I think a laser rifle does, I think it's 1d8 or something like that. I'm not sure.
Hang on, let me look.
But so we're good with this. We want to keep going with this game.
Like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I like it.
You like the setting. You like the everything. Not that you guys get a lot of setting.
Yeah, 1d8 fire.
I'm just happy with a ship.
It's 1d8 fire damage on a critical.
Me and
you
Perry
add
now
1d6
own a ship.
burn.
We're happy with that.
Well, technically, you all
Me
own a
and
ship.
Parry.
I'm sorry, Perry and I.
I just want you guys to remember, though, the captain said all living creatures on the ship that are not Duergar have command codes.
On the bridge.
Guess what?
You specifically said on the bridge.
That's not in my notes. That is not in my notes.
You did say on the bridge, but
you
everyone
said
was
on the bridge. I have this recorded.
Not the two new people, Crimson.
Oh
I
well,
have,
that's
I
two
have
new
it
people.
written. I have it written in my notes. He's supposed to say all living creatures on the ship that are not Duergar.
You misspoke then.
And I haven't recorded what was actually said.
I think I'm the GM, Ben. I think I can say whatever the fuck I want to say.
No, there's no need for violence.
Well,
here,
I'm looking
gentlemen.
forward to doing this series more because I actually.
Well,
I
every
love
other
the-
week is really easy on planning too.
Yeah, it'll let me get ahead of things because that was the big thing about my D&D game was that I got it just kept stacking on where I didn't have a lot of time to work on it because I think I was still working back then, and it got to the point where I got to the point where like the day before I'm just like, this is what we're gonna do today.
There's some goblins and an orc, and I think there's a bugbear around there somewhere.
Well, yeah,
I've
thing,
actually
Ben's seen my notes. I think I gave you my notes for
Yeah.
the original game. They were shit. Like I have a very bad note. I'm not really good about taking notes. I tried a new method, which is why I said like I tried this is the new thing I'm doing, and I think this is going to help all my burnout because now I've got everything more laid out well, and I picked up a binder, and I've even got clear plastic sheets so I can keep these things and I can mark on them and shit like that. So yeah, I'm fucking.
All right, well, I'm starving. I need to go get
Actually,
some lunch,
because-
so I'm gonna bug out. But I'm gonna be playing Holdfast at 1 if any of you guys want to join me.
Yep, I'll join you.
Sure,
I
I'll be
actually
there.
might want to. That was fun last time.
That was real fun.
Yeah, I'll give you guys all of your XP and shit later.